Ah. Hey, hi. We're back to Skyrim. Hello, Bathwater. Hello, Green Ghost. See, Bathwater was, waiting on this. I did have a good laugh when you posted that while I was setting up. Ah, yes. So, last left off, we were actually doing the Maroon's Dagon, Daedric quest. Been playing Stellaris again? Ooh. I have Stellaris, I think. Do I? I have it on something. At least I think I do. That Daddy Dagos? Yeah, that's the
Speak
guy.
when spoken to, you unwashed fetcher. Oh, my bad, Nerevar. Your scales reminded me of my last lawnmower.
Want a bunch of DLC all for the sake of making it into 40k. That's lovely. Thought I had Stellaris, but I might be wrong. Might be thinking of a different game and I wanted Stellaris. Right, the Shrine of Maroon's Dagon. There's Vorin, alright.
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems.
Kinda how it feels. The economy? Type shit. Trying to make the Imperium? Alright, xenophobia as a base skill. I used to watch a lot of Stellaris stuff. Maybe that's what's confusing me. Like, I used to watch a lot of Stellaris playthroughs. Bring the light of the God Emperor to the unholy Xeno. Xenophobia mentioned, Dunmerfeld. He's not a god. I mean, he'd say that, but what member of the Imperium would? What was that song? Let's be xenophobic. It's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. Ah, there's so much more to it, I can't remember. Some line like, step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. I think you mix a militarist, xenophobia, and materialistic. I don't know about materialistic. Are Dunmer the most 40k test race? I would say no. They're not. Or... What is it? Xenophobic, racist, worship god kings. I suppose to that effect, kind of. Where's... Oh, right, the Vigil of Stendarr. I think I probably should do something about those vampires eventually, but the dragons seem more pressing at the moment. Don't know you. I didn't see any Xeno at the Geneva Convention. Traveler makes a compelling argument. How can we trust the Xenos? They weren't there for, you know, our codifying of the most important, you know, war crime laws. How do we know they won't war crime us? We need to war crime them first. And it's not a war crime because they didn't sign it. Materialistic meaning valuing science over spiritualism. Again, I don't think that quite fits it. Because here's the thing. All science is inherently spiritualist to the Imperium. Like, the only, like, anointed priests are allowed to do science at all. Now, if you're trying to make the Empire, the Imperium, as the Emperor wanted it, then yes. That's accurate. Sounds like you're making Ultramar more than the whole Imperium. Sounds like you're making what the Emperor wanted rather than what the Emperor got. As he wanted it. Okay, that would be fair. You know, Vorin, you used to be my least favorite god. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably you. Mary here beat you to it. To be fair, Molag Bal was never that far behind you, the whole murder and rape thing. Kind of out there.
Good. You're here.
But this one's personal.
I'll place the pieces on the altar, and Dagon should speak to us.
Oh, I've got fucking words for Mary here.
Mehrunes Dagon, the Lord of Change. We have brought your razor to you. We beg you, please, bring the blade's full glory to Tamriel again. It's not working. Why don't you give it a try?
Hockey matches are
Just
the
put your
Waffle
hands
Houses
on
of
the
Canada. Yeah, I was to understand that, if a hometown loses, you don't want to be in that hometown when it comes to Canadian hockey.
You, mortal, you are worthy of speaking to.
I don't think
You
we've
have
ever had the
claimed
pleasure.
the pieces of my razor. It has been an amusing game to witness. But Dagon does not declare a winner while there is a pawn on the board. Kill Silas. He and his family have served their purpose.
Why in the actual fuck would I do that?
Only Dagon can declare if a pawn is worth keeping. I have spoken. Kill him. Take your rightful place as my champion, or I will crush you.
Oh, you'll crush me, huh? Huh? That what you're gonna do? Huh? Go ahead, do it. Come on, hit me.
Wait, don't kill me.
Not gonna.
There's another way.
Me and Nerevar
I can
cuddle
take
while
the
we
pieces
watch
back to my
Smack
museum.
DVD.
Seal
I be
them in a
licking
display
this in
case.
Waz braids like,
You get a generous amount of gold, I get to complete my collection, and nobody has to die.
And it makes Mehrunes Dagon pissy. I love it.
Thank you. Here's your gold. I'll make a run for it back to Dawnstar.
You think to betray Mehrunes Dagon. Suffer.
ouchie!
Why doesn't this one have a weapon? Angoth could kill this guy for Uriel. Nah, Angoth's not really a sins of the father kind of guy. It's not this guy's fault
I'm
Uriel
about to
died.
pull your ass like Haley Wells.
He'd sooner blame Dagon. This guy's an idiot. Dagon is actively responsible. It's not hard to see who, like, Angoth would side with in this case. Major Street Fighter 6 character Yujiro Hanma. It's funny seeing him in the cutscenes. He is oddly kind of proud of it. A little, but again, that just means he's stupid. Angoth went along with this because he figured he'd have some opportunity to fuck with Mehrunes Dagon during this. And he was right. Like, he's not gonna give Mehrunes, like, he's gonna give Mary what he wants. Mary killed his best friend. Indirectly, but he still did it. Like, I am happy to give Angoth just one situation where he can be morally and unequivocally in the right by refusing power.
That was easier to win than a 1v1 against a crippled Argonian child. Take my word for it.
I do. Not leaving this in here. Unless you still get this chest of cool stuff and all that gold. Dragon scale armor. Cool. Don't need it. Staff of banishing. Fine, I guess. Hey, if Angoth killed everyone who was stupid, there'd be no one left in Tamriel, let's be real here. I mean, the gold ingots for smithing purposes. That one's stuck in the ice. Ah.
You should probably save your game right now, Nerevar.
Oh, by the way, I checked. Remember that, thing? Like, when I first got the Dagoth follower, I was like, what are your thoughts here? He's like, really? Over 100,000 gold? Like, the thing where he's like, he accuses the player of cheating, essentially. Says, give me all your gold or I'll kill you randomly. Turns out, yes, he will randomly kill you later. Well, not completely randomly. At a random time later, when asking him to carry things for you, he will kill you. Does actually randomly kill you. Yeah, so I'm quite glad I chose to just get out of that dialogue. This mod is wild as fuck. Yeah. It's appropriate to, tease out Ungoth losing his goddamned mind, but if I didn't have such a good story reason to do this, I'd definitely uninstall it. There's also really inappropriate shit that I'm not on board with on it. I get it, it's a funny meme, but, like... Anyone made a Shia Gorath follower mod? I don't believe so. Ice Wraith, more like Ice Pansy.
Ouch.
Walk in the ice, you idiot.
Ah! Fuck you! Eat my whole ass!
Die by Keening. Thought I was heading the right-ish way. I was heading a bit too east. Yeah. I think I've just had to quit. Oh, this again. Did do that dialogue. You would have to say that Ingoth is spontaneously stricken with wealth guilt and imagines deleting his Minecraft world. Ingoth even know what Minecraft is? There's a little reason for Ingoth bringing Mr. around. Okay, so what Ungoth thinks is happening is that after meeting with Shia Gorath and having a very enlightening conversation with the former hero of Kvatch, the Mad God may have mentioned that an old friend of Ungoth's showed up to his house. Said he, felt bad for the guy. He looked off without his mask. Ungoth, of course, rushed there and was told that that a friend of his had dropped by, picked up a mask that Ungoth had left in the chest, and gone off to Riverwood. Sure enough, Ungoth went there, and lo and behold, Dagoth Ur, or as Ungoth prefers to call him, Vorin Dagoth. But in actuality, Ungoth has lost his fucking mind, and Vorin isn't here at all. I say lost his mind, but you could argue he's kind of found it, as well. He has been reading a bunch of the Black Books. And on occasion, Ungoth put Vorin on the phone. Vorin, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't talk to you through... What the hell's a phone? Sometimes Ungoth hears chat through Vorin. Because again, he's become so not mortal anymore, he's starting to hear how his world actually works.
We're gonna get kill them! Kill that Honerivar!
And this is the best way his brain has come up with to compartmentalize that. Dagoth is the internet. Just that a lot of the time, it's filtered through what Ungoth thinks Dagoth would say. Or what a weird, insane mixture of Vorin and Dagoth would say. Saying Ungoth is about to chim. I don't know if he's about to do it, but... he's... at something resembling a level. And we did discuss this, because in a weird way... like we brought up, that Ungoth is weirdly mirroring Vivek in a lot of ways. Though, while Vivek claimed to have achieved Chim, Ungoth kinda just is maybe approaching it and doesn't understand what it is. Warren, ask Ungoth what he thinks about the 67 memes. Let's just fully break his mind. Nerevar, I've been meaning to ask you. What do you think about those 6-7 memes? I don't know what the fuck that means. Well, you see, this kid says 6-7. And? That's it. That sounds stupid. It is. What do you think? It's stupid. I guess Vivek saw Tiber Chim Septum and thought he was cool, so he started saying he's Chim. Does Chim just mean Chad now? Alright, alright. To Vivek, yeah. He doesn't really get it, he just thinks he does. And I suppose that's kind of what means Ungoth is doing Chim, because he doesn't understand it. He's doing it, because that's just how he is. Partially because he keeps reading black books, partially because Sheogorath thinks it's funny, and partially just because he's lived too long. Though, to be fair, Vivek was way older than Ungoth. In actual lore, I think he learned it from Molag Bal. So, we could say even the more sane, Daedric princes know what it is. Daedra cannot achieve Chim. I like to imagine that Sheogorath and, damn it, what's his name?
We going to seek shelter from this rain, Nerevar? Or are you just going to stand there for several hours till it stops? You know that waiting doesn't actually happen instantly for me, right? I have to stand here for multiple hours through the whole thing. In the rain. Dickhead.
Wait. You're talking about when I just stare into space for several hours? I sleep with my eyes open if I do it, or sometimes not sleep at all.
Yes, Headmaster.
I never really notice time going by when that happens, but yes, it does. One theory of Lorkhan's creation is he did it so that the world would be able to achieve Chim. Something they can know what it is. Yeah, I was getting at that, like, damn it, what's the Lovecraftian one? I can't remember his name. I'm gonna lose my goddamned mind. But I imagine he logically knows what Chim is, but he can't actually do it. Hermaeus Mora, that's what it was. God, that was gonna drive me insane. Really is weird that the, yeah, the friggin' Join the Imperial Legion miscellaneous disappeared. Like I selected it and it went away.
Here's your Dagoth headspace update. Screaming less.
You know what? I'm proud of you. Actually, would it even be in there? Or could I talk to Tullius? You gotta talk to the guy who actually matters here. Warren, if you rat me out to Elisif, I swear to God. I swear to whichever god you feel like. I'll swear to you if that's what you'll take seriously. I will cut you.
Oh, hello.
So a new mod was
Just having
released, which lets you have Elisif as a follower. Influence what kind of Jarl she grows into and even marry her if you want. That is fascinating. What are the requirements? Because if the requirements are... Like, if it really wants you to have a fresh file where you haven't done any of requests, obviously I can't do it. Well, the OG Skyrim goonbait, so I'm glad to see she's getting the respect she deserves. Yeah, especially because
Lots of things to take
you couldn't
care
actually
of.
follow
What do you
through
need?
on any of the bait in the base game.
Man, this rain is just... Oh no! Nerevar, we gotta get to cover! My Dojin collection is getting soaked! Quick, Nerevar!
I don't know what the fuck. Isn't that Nakaviri word? What does that mean again? This is the Bard's College. I genuinely don't remember where the hell the actual, like, Solitude thing is. Won't join a Dark Brotherhood member in the main version. Ah. Like, it really sucks that I've lost the ability to have it as a Charlie, stop tearing up that chair! My cat insists on clawing up this chair that I'm not sitting in. Remember the first time you played Skyrim, when you were young? Got pissed because you thought you could settle this whole war business by killing this Ulfric guy, just to find out he's essential. Got put in a death loop trying to escape. Yeah, there's a Stormcloak Rebellion one. Whatever happened to...
Look, stays for a lifetime.
Alright, I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I mean, Morrowind would let you do that. Imagine a version of Skyrim where there's no essential
I heard you
NPCs.
were at the wedding of the Emperor's cousin. In
It
Solitude.
is safe to add mid-save.
Ops, that must have
Well, it wouldn't really work because Zengoth is part of the Dark Brotherhood here, so... Whoop. Yeah. At least wait inside.
Officers are too friendly with strangers, but you seem.
Could be interesting, but I worry I'm actually
My father
too
is
deep
Alvin,
in
the
and...
blacksmith. I'm his assistant. I mean apprentice.
One person I... Okay. I don't think I would be down for the LSSC either. Well, his big thing before was just like... He's a married Saurian, not knowing he technically isn't anymore. He prefers trees, that's a big part of it too. Game Werewolf killed every non-essential NPC from Whiterun to Falkreath. That's always fun.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas.
Last time you said that, I probably would have responded with, yeah, me too.
Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's simple and strong. I can forge it.
And even Cloaca, he likes trees. Hadvar gone now. Damn it.
Until next time.
I'm gonna... Da-da-da... Did I wait too long and Hadvar kind of despawned and, like, it's not even letting me do the kind of thing. Otherwise, okay. Probably inside the smith's house if he's in Riverwood, which, it's weird that it's locked. Don't remember Alvar ever locking that place before. Castle Dower, which is by the archery targets in Solitude. That's where it was. Oh, yeah. So bad at this. It's rare I even bother doing the Civil War quest line, because it's not very good, you know? Like, if you're gonna pick a roleplay, like, even if you're doing a roleplay heavy character, yes, I did not need to Google any of that. I believe you.
The Emperor has been murdered, right here in Skyrim. By the gods, if the Dark Brotherhood can do that, nobody.
You heard of Ravenscar Hollow? Cave on the island to the west. Place is a roost for those foul hag ravens.
Telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
That tracks.
It'd be insane to try.
Waiting. The insufferable
That's not what my
waiting.
scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General.
Yeah,
The man's
potato,
going
potato.
To try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir? You can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
Think I fought Karstag?
If Ulfric's making a move for
Possibly?
Whiterun, then we need
Ulfric
to
or
be
Tullius, who do you think is better? Tullius, and it's
Draft
not
another
close.
letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Here's the thing.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Hey,
Sir.
Tullius is, like, culturally insensitive. And, kind of a manipulator, but that's because, at his core, he is technically a military politician. Ulfric is also a politician, but Ulfric is also an egotistical shitheel. Tullius at least knows he's being influenced by the Thalmor. Yeah, here's the like, Ulfric... I do think Tullius is a bit of a racist asshole, but he didn't start a war for his own self-aggrandizement. Exactly. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know that I'd call him racist so much as culturally insensitive. Maybe it's a bit racist to say you people and your damn Jarls. But at the same time, he's just you know what, I'd say he's more annoyed at the people of Skyrim than Nords specifically. Though it is primarily Nords, sure. Hey.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle?
They couldn't have stopped me if they
Do you
wanted
have
to,
some
but
reason
yeah.
to be here, citizen?
I believe we've met.
Have we? Oh, of course. You were at Helgen.
I don't mean
One
to
of
be
the
that
prisoners,
actually
if I
kid, but
recall
dragons for
correctly.
most fantasy worlds have 4 legs and 2 wings. These quote-unquote dragons would be considered wyverns. Nerevar don't give me that, oh, but the Elder Scrolls blah blah blah. They made elves racist and orcs green.
No,
Every
I know,
other trope
Vorin.
is
I know.
copy-paste, even more
Vorin.
so after we lost
Vorin,
Daddy
come on.
Kirkbride.
This is my, actually seeping into Vorin, actually. I helped Hadvar escape. He said he'd vouch for me.
Hadvar's alive. I hope that's true. He's a damn good soldier.
Tried to meet up with him in
But he
Riverwood,
hasn't
but
reported
think he's
in
still
yet,
locked
so
in
he
there.
can't exactly confirm your story.
Been a fucking
in the
while.
Meantime, why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricka? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like you. Not many survived Helgen. Besides, I'm sure your being imprisoned was all a terrible misunderstanding.
Yeah, keep a tighter leash on your
Stay sharp.
goddamn colonels or lieutenants or whatever the fuck that person was who said I go to the block despite not being on the list and being a fucking sax heel.
Rebels.
Sorry, I'm not gonna let that one go. We were in the Palace of Kings the other day. Wonder if they actually intended Ulfric's little speech about why he fights to be performative. That's the thing, Ungoth had to come to the conclusion that it's performative Simply because he did it every time he walked in. Ungoth is convinced Ulfric, rehearsed that shit specifically for Ungoth and just assumes he didn't hear it every time. He went in there like 4 times. Ulfric did it from the top each time.
Something to report? You survived Helgen?
Yeah, that's me.
General Tullius told me what happened. Not many made it out alive. I've got a good feeling about you. And I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you.
Well,
test lined up.
Technically, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to join twice, but
the Legion.
I think this would be the 3rd time I've joined. See, I technically joined when I joined up with the Blades, but I guess I was technically excised when the Blades were excised, even though I was still a Knight of the Imperial Dragon, or you guys didn't just assume me dead. Alright, what's the test? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Evaluates your
Between the shouting and yelling allegedly to one guy who's falling right behind him, the fact he does it over and over really does sound performative. Wonder if that's intentional or just bad code and poor voice direction.
If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse.
You're funny. Where's this Fort Hrogstad?
The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen.
The thing is, it could go either way.
And nearly all have been overrun.
That's weird. I said the thing, and he hasn't knelt before me and promised me his fealty. I should tell him again. He must not have heard before.
We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in.
Okay. I kinda already did that for fun, honestly.
Is that so? I was right about you.
They were in the way, so I kind of just chopped them into pieces.
Welcome back, soldier. I'm glad you made it in one piece.
It's been 3 seconds.
I'll send men to garrison the fort right away. You did well. I'm impressed. But before we go any further, it's time for you to officially join the Legion.
Ooh, 3rd time's the charm.
Speak with General Tullius. He'll administer the oath.
In joining the Legion, you'll be taking an oath binding you to the service of the Emperor, and thus to every citizen of the Empire.
Sure, whoever the next Emperor is. I'll give him a fair shot, and... God's sake, Tullius.
Changed your mind?
I didn't change.
You wanted to soldier for
No, I didn't change. You violently ended the conversation and walked away from me. Boring, not now.
You could roll me up some? That holiest herbaceous, straight glimmering green, the outstanding oculora, that tonal tree, got me singing oh.
Later, Vorin.
Well then, repeat after me. Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor.
On my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor.
And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire.
Sky on my brim till I'd elder.
And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire.
May those above judge me, and those below take me, if I fail in my duty.
Ulfric, baby, you don't even let people like me live in houses in your city. Why would I fight for you? And those above me and those below take me, if I fail in my duty.
Long live the Emperor. Long live the Empire.
Long live the Emperor, long live the Empire.
Welcome to the Imperial Legion, soldier. Just remember, we take care of our own. Once you're in the Legion, you're in it for life.
That's what they said the first and second time.
He's normally out by the forge. He'll get you outfitted.
But, you know, paperwork gets lost.
If I'm not mistaken, Legate Ricka has a special assignment for you.
You won't mind if I don't care about uniform, right? I'm wearing gear that... I think this outperforms everything.
Welcome to the Legion, Auxiliary.
Yeah.
Listen up.
Where's your uniform? I left it on Vardenfell.
Welcome to the Legion, Auxiliary. Listen up. Ulfric's right-hand man, Galmar Stonefist, has located what he believes is the final resting place of the Jagged Crown.
The Jagged what now?
We're going to make sure he doesn't get his hands on it. The rest of my men are already assembling.
Sure, ignore my question.
I'll meet you there as soon as I finish up here.
Alright, fine. What?
A legendary
the one time Ulfric slacked up a bit on the racism was to let in the one race more racist than him into his city. It was pretty funny.
Since past. Legend has it that the crown is made from the bones and teeth of ancient dragons, and is said to increase the power of the wearer. Whatever the truth, If Ulfric gets his hands on it, it would be a powerful symbol around which to rally support for his cause.
So, how do we know it's there?
Well, to be frank, we don't.
Yeah.
Its location was lost with King Borgus when the Great Hunt killed him off while on his Lushan campaigns. Supposedly, his body was brought back to Skyrim and secretly buried with the crown. Knowledge of that location was lost in the wars of
I think I remember something about this part.
That
was a while ago, though.
Corvin June is
I haven't been to history class in 200 years.
I know Galmar. We fought in many wars together. He's not a sentimental man taken to fancy. If he believes the crown is there, he's likely found it. Don't wait for me. Get to
Ulfric
Corvin
knows
June as
that
soon as
the
you're
only way
ready.
to
I'll meet you
out-racism
there.
the Dunmer is to get active with it. Needs to keep them close by so he can persecute them actively.
On his own ship, moored in the inlet. It was Dark Brotherhood. There was nothing we could do.
Need something?
Oh no, we can't let Ulfric get a fancy hat that he'll keep on his table and never wear. I don't think he even keeps it on his table. I think he locks it up.
You know you can afford a
I've
septim
got
or
a
two.
little work if you're interested, traveler.
Open to the SKYRIM. You'd probably wear it to the moot. Yeah. I wonder if they intended the moot to be a thing that eventually happens. To be like if they had the idea for almost a Dragon Age Origins Landsmeet kind of deal, where everything you've done relating to the war gets used for or against whoever you support. Will not happen until the Civil War is concluded. Yeah, of course. I wonder if they ever had the idea to have it occur in the game.
Rah! How dare you try to hurt Nerevar? They are my best friend. Only I can hurt them.
If you've played Dragon Age Origins, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, well, you're missing out, honestly. There's the Landsmeet to decide the High King of Ferelden. Or maybe just King of Ferelden? And based on, like, what quests you've been doing there, and who you sucked up to and who you didn't, you can have very different outcomes for it. Dragonborn perk available. Scared the fuck out of me. Forgot that was mine for a sec. Meditation. Just piss you off more. Skyrim wouldn't let you kill Ulfric. Then you play New Vegas, it lets you turn Caesar's head into spaghetti. Yeah? I think this is the very last Dragonborn perk. Wow. Way of the voice. Once an hour when you fall below 25% health, your shout cooldown is reset. Your shouts have no cooldown for 10 seconds. Nice. Noengoth has, at least as far as the game is concerned, mastered the shout. Like, he doesn't know all the words, but he's mastered the act of shouting. Suppose the most else he could do is get better at public speaking. His speech skill could definitely use some work.
I'm on my way to Solitude to join the Legion. The United Empire is better for everyone.
Look, it's not that I disagree with you, but you should be very careful saying that near fucking Windhelm. Hey, blessed are the armorers, for there can be no Imperium without them. Brother can yell real good. Summons the Thuum. So the Thuum is, if I'm to understand correctly, is tonal magic, right? Meaning it's closer to what the dwarves did with all their tonal nonsense than, like, magicka-based magic. Maybe that's just fan theory, but that makes sense, at least on paper. It's still based on vibrations and stuff, as opposed to, like, ethereal stuff. It is interesting there's just two completely different magic systems in this world, and learning them is so different. Like, a lot of fantasy settings, there'll be just one magic system. I'll admit, there's technically kind of 3 magic systems in the sort of series I'm writing myself. There's magic, there's not magic, and there's not magic. But then not magic is also...
And now, we fight to the death!
There's not magic, which is also not magic. Yeah. Want to draw, but since you're bad, you don't want to draw. That's the problem with learning a skill. It's not fun when you're not good at it. Once you're at a point where you start being good at it, it becomes fun to practice it. And it's hard to make it fun when you only see your imperfections. Started trying to do world building recently. It's real fun. Like, I've had a few times where there was this moment where something that just didn't make sense in my world at all, and I needed an answer for it. But then I came up with an answer that worked really well with other stuff I'd done. And it was just this aha moment. It was actually trying to fit in what dragons are and how they work. Because I've set up this world where magic is a thing you can use and learn, but only people who are descended from non-humans can do it ever. Like, if you can do magic, that means there is a part of you that is not human. I had the idea of dragons, and at first they were just another thing you could be descended from, but I wasn't satisfied with that. Because there were certain things I wanted to do with dragons that made them too important for that. So I came up with the idea that dragon isn't part of the normal setup. Dragons come from something completely different from where all the other quote-unquote monsters would come from. Truly believe the best way to world build is 1. Your kink, 2. Your political power fantasy, 3. Esoteric magic system, 4. Characters optional. Wow. Where to send an actual army to something like this? Your kink can be part of it.
No.
Not what I meant to put on.
Enough! This hurts now!
To be fair, also, Stormcloaks have been attacking Ungoth for no reason for several in-game weeks now. I don't know what started that, genuinely. Like, we just run across random Stormcloak soldiers who would attack. They just be aggressive. So it's like, yeah, these Stormcloaks are... In Ungoth's mind, they are glorified bandits. Cuck behavior.
How did the Nordic ruins survive this long? But there isn't a single snow elf ruin anywhere in Skyrim. And don't give me the DLC Dagoth bullshit. That's one location added in months after release. They've had this lore for decades.
I see he's tapped into Quilla's mind this time. I think you were, yeah, you were giving me that exact same conversation a few weeks ago, I think.
Well done. They never knew what hit them. But don't underestimate the Stormcloaks. Many are Legion veterans. They may be traitors, but they know how to fight.
Sorry, tabbed out for that.
We had the advantage of surprise this time, but don't expect it to last. Let's move out.
Or they died. Whole ass ancient civilization to explore, and they just brought over the Dwemer. Yeah.
You must be the new recruit. Welcome.
I outrank you. It doesn't care. It doesn't count anymore for some reason.
Everybody ready?
For the sons of Skyrim!
Shiver when a nice guy loses.
I will smite you!
Why did the gods make men whimpering so hot, Nerevar?
What?
You two, stay and guard the entrance. We don't want any Stormcloak reinforcements taking us by surprise.
Oh yeah, I brought my buddy Vorin around along too. Is he arriving shortly? No, he's here. Where? Right here, literally right next to us. By the gods, he's insane. Alright, just, your friend Vorin can help as much as he likes. Cool.
Die, rebel!
Where'd you come from? I've been wounded worse by better! That's it. That's all you've got. Mercy!
Hang on. I heard of... Hey, Hadvar!
Stormcloak rebels. Ever wonder if maybe we should call a truce with the Stormcloaks? Join forces for just a little while, and take care of some of these dragons?
I wonder if they wanted Hadvar or Ralof to be, like, alternate companion options. Because they have, like... They have so much extra unique dialogue to them. And you get to meet them right out the gate. I feel like it could have been fun. But then they're here for the beginning, and then just this quest here. I think it could have been cool, but Skyrim's also not a very companion-focused game.
I don't like the look of this. Perfect spot for an ambush. 10 to 1, they're just
Am I a
waiting
joke
for
to
us
you?
on the other side.
But there isn't any other way. Leggett.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Soldier, the Legion always finds a way. I'd rather take a moment and look around than walk blindly into an ambush. Auxiliary, see if you can find another way through. We'll charge in to help as soon as we hear fighting.
Yeah, sure. I'll look around.
Don't give them a chance to warn the others.
This looks promising. I think the Emperor would tolerate some Xenos who acknowledge the suzerainty of mankind. I think so, because here's the thing. Like, even in the Imperium's current version, there is such thing as sanctioned Xenos. That whole thing about waiting for me, you guys were just bullshitting.
You want to dance with Morrowind stays on top. Eat your heart out, Pagliarulo.
Depends on their usefulness, I imagine. Well, there are rules for it, and it's actually a kind of difficult thing to get. And you actually have to be, like, branded with it, I think. Or, Was it brand? No, I think it is a seal that you have to wear, and it must be visible at all times when you're on a planet. But people are still probably gonna stop you, and like, you're gonna still probably be a little harassed.
Combined magical talents. Right, Nerevar?
Yeah, I'm using magic right now. What would you call this ethereal axe if not magic? Just really want to make an exception for Eldar so you can crossbreed our races. Like, it's not an exception. Technically, any Xenos can become sanctioned under correct circumstances.
9 holds is that?
Steady now. The Legion is face down worse than a few dusty old walkers.
It's just a Draugr.
Leaving here until we
When you live under a rock? Actually, that'd help you see more Draugr. When you live above ground like some kind of fool? Never seen an undead before? How long you been fighting for the Legion?
Isn't it weird that Draugr can have septums on them?
Oh my god, you mentioned
it.
it.
The Empire wouldn't exist for another 3,000 years after these tombs were sealed. Do you think Imperial spies are running through all these ruins and placing them in their pockets in order to fluff the economy for up-and-coming adventurers? Or is this just another example of Bethesda polish?
What the fuck is a Bethesda? Yeah, I did notice as soon as I got here. The old ruins I was at elsewhere were like... Actually, no. Even on Vardenfell, the ancient ruins had drakes in them a lot of the time. Yeah. What does that mean? Even humans aren't all born with the right to live in 40k, so Xenos are not going to have an easy time pleading their case. Basically, you've got to know someone important, and you've got to convince them that you're worth keeping around. A rogue trader is probably one of the better places to start. Because rogue traders are the ones who will deal the most with Xenos, and they're important enough that they can make the suggestion and help push through the paperwork.
And this must be the Hall of Stories.
Oh, I've heard of this. These walls are supposed to show the history of the ancients who built this place.
Too bad we can't read these carvings. Who knows what secrets we'd uncover.
Damn, Nerevar! Do you shit from that ass?
Primary mission. We're searching for the crown.
Not now, Vorin. We're busy. Oh, it's one of these.
One's here either. Even if these carvings tell us where the crown is, I'm sure we're going to have to find a way through this door.
Don't worry, I do these all the time. It's an old, claw puzzle. Tons of these things. Oh, we got fox, moth, dragon, looks like.
What is that? Some kind of stone claw? I wonder what it's used for.
It's actually ebony. But yeah, use it for here, it tells you what the combination is to get it open, and you use the claw itself as the key.
Good job.
Hey!
Oh, sorry, Born.
All right, everyone, keep your guard up. Let's move out.
Yeah, Bathwater, I would suggest you read up on the actual, like, TTRPG rogue trader rules and lore, because that would answer your questions a little bit. Or at least read the source book for it. I think the source book is up for free. But any of the expansion stuff is, like, very... harder to find, because GW be like that.
Auxiliary, do what you do then.
Rogue traders are like one of 3 types of humans who'd even consider not killing a Xeno the second an opportunity arises. Others probably want to experiment on them or demon worshippers.
Find some way to get that gate open.
That's the thing, rogue traders do have the warrant of trade, which does allow them to trade in Xenos artifacts. It's actually... that's a weird thing the Rogue Trader game misses out on. That's a specific thing they are legally allowed to do. It's just that they're only supposed to sell it, like... they're supposed to be able to give it to the people who are supposed to actually research them, which are very, very specific Adeptus Mechanicus. They're the only ones they're supposed to sell it to, but they're also the only ones allowed to sell the stuff.
All right, let's move, men. We've got more. Steady, Legionnaires. We've been through worse. Just your guard up.
Dang it. You and me, Hadvar.
That's what I was afraid.
Technically, they can pretty much do anything, assuming an Inquisitor doesn't find out. I mean, that's technically true of all people everywhere, if you really think about it.
Just stay dead.
Follow me. Let's
Just
see
the
where
whole
this leads.
Inquisitor finding out about it is an issue. And the thing is, Inquisitors won't usually look into rogue traders.
We didn't know they were femboy supremacists already. Ectomorphic twinks, lying and pretending they're doing the rest of us a favor. At least when the Dunmer did it, we didn't sugarcoat things. We see free farm tools, we use free farm tools.
Rogue traders get away with it a lot more than most people. Oh, absolutely. Like, an Inquisitor would genuinely have a very difficult time actually, like, indicting a rogue trader properly. Barring seeing them up close and personal do it, like, actually commit genuine, blatant heresy, barring that, it would take a lot. Rogue traders also have the resources to hide shit. It also will depend on which Inquisitor, because some of the less Puritan Inquisitors will let you get away with certain shit for what they consider the good of the Empire.
The crown should be around here somewhere. Spread out and keep your eyes open.
Oh gee, I wonder if it's on the fucking Draugr. Found it, yeah. It's very blatantly just right here on this guy. Warner trade is more of a suggestion when you're 3 galaxies away from the nearest Imperial planet. You're not wrong.
You're pathetic.
It's nothing.
They're gonna put your ass after I'm done with you.
Oh damn, we lost one. Which one had it? Ah, this guy over here. Jagged crown.
Take that crown back to Solitude, soldier.
Let me actually look at it real quick. Oh yeah, the ethereal
We'll stay
crown
here and see if we can find
thing
anything
doesn't.
else.
This actually looks cool as hell. And the ethereal crown glitch still works. Hey guys, me Charlie Smiley. Hey guys, me Charlie Smiley, friends.
Don't forget.
Look, it's a Zach Hadel voiced character. He's automatically really funny.
You're gonna have to fly solo for a while.
Hey there, Ruka. Welcome in, we got the Jagged Crown. It actually looks really cool on an Argonian. One of the few helmets that looks kind of better on Argonians, I think. And we can't keep... Technically there is a way to keep it, but Ungoth doesn't have a reason to do that at the moment. Eternity of Slow Time. Ooh. Todd bad. Todd won't let us keep it. There is a way to do it. Ooh, I actually... Slow Time. They'll be like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Or quarter circle A. Ruka, so good to see you. Nasally voice does make you giggle at least once whenever you hear it. Yeah, like in the latest episode of The Amazing Digital Circus. But the thing is, he also kind of played absolutely... No, fish is a Z input, no! Oh, it's quarter circle A. Or, no, that is a Z input. Fish, who's that fish? Yeah. Look, I don't do fighting games, I'm not good at them. Like, no, Nerevar, that was a Z input, what did you do? You dropped your combo. Damn it, I was trying to do a touch of death. You'll fight my game? Okay. Sometimes, like, what do I say that? You know, in Amazing Digital Circus, just plays this shark who loses all of his life savings and has a very real reaction to it. That's just the kind of character he plays. this extremely terrible thing happens, and they have a real, actual human reaction to it. Just, oh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Oh. Go along with that mediocrity, please. It's not mediocrity. Not good at Street Fighter 6. Just beat up civilians until you're over-leveled. I wanted to play Street Fighter 6 because there's two reasons. One, it's for the character creation, because I am a slut for create a character. But also, Yuri Han's one of the fighters, and really big into Yuri Han. Zach thinks silly cartoon character in real situation is the peak of comedy, and he's right.
I haven't washed my loincloth in ages. It's starting to itch, Nerevar.
Fucking wash it, then. Also, it's actually Zach with an H. It's Zachary. With an H, like... Every Zach Hadel character has to be broke no matter what, yeah. In Smiling Friends, like Charlie... Like, oh, I really need this job. I gotta pay off that painting. He just has this Renaissance painting in his room for no reason. Yeah, true. He's also... It's just a background character, but he was one in,
Kamehameha!
What? I'm losing my mind here. Has Been Hotel.
They slash them, was slash were.
Is a map gamer like me. Yeah, I gotta look at the map, but, look at the map to know where the nearest thing is. Because it's just really funny. Cartoon character in real situation is soapy. Yuri? I know what you are. Would you I'm being completely genuine here. I don't have a foot fetish, and I've talked to... I have another friend who's also a Yuri Han fan without a foot fetish.
I met up with this one baddie. My god. It burned to pee for all the right reasons. And no Nerevar. It wasn't the clap. I got tested, okay?
It's not a Y sound, I'm pretty sure. I've definitely heard it said Yuri Han, but it might be Jury Han. Girl who will actually just kill me. Yeah, that's... Could just said Jury Han, understandable. Yeah, no, that is part of it, but it really is, like... I like character creation. I have heard it both ways, Quilla. I am mush-mouthed today. It's J-Yi. She's Juri. The first time I heard it, it was Yuri. So. Oy vey. I guess the first person who said it wrong then, and I just repeated them. That's how it usually happens. I want someone who could kill me, not will. Plausibility is there. She would never ever do it. Yeah, Bathwater likes a person who's very, very strong, very powerful, but I think Bathwater needs to feel safe with them. I get it, she is hot, but Capcom leaned 2,000% into the Foot Freaks. I mean, they know who they're selling to. It's like, yeah, I was talking to a person with my same inclinations on this. He was like, yeah, it is a real, difficult time being a fan of hers who's not into feet, because that's all, it's like being in an oasis, in a desert. The only thing you have to drink is Monster Energy, and it's like, yeah, that's gonna keep you from dying, but it is not proper hydration. Very will Def just actually kill you, she crazy. Yeah, the thing is, it's a little different for me than for Bathwater, because for me, the threat that it might happen is like, that's part of it. Not gonna lie, if Marissa wouldn't absolutely kill you if she hugged you too hard, you would marry her? Enjoy a foot job swinging the next guy. I'm not that huge on it. I don't know if I'd even go that far, frankly. I mean, foot fetish is one of the most common sexual fetishes, period. It's funny, I had to go to Windhelm to hitch a ride to Solitude.
as High Priest of the...
Oh, that'll be... One sec. Alright, I'm back. I think it's funny, her character kinda ended up in a spot where she has nothing to do, on account of M. Bison's shenanigans. She's so popular, there's no way they drop her. Now she's just kinda hanging around as bum fail girl. I mean, here's the thing. I'm also really into women who are cringe fail losers. I just have a strong appreciation for women in all their extremes.
The Emperor of SKYRIM, dead. These are dark times, my friend. Dark times indeed.
Maybe not as dark as you think.
We need the rift. We need to regain control of it before we can march on Windhelm without worry about our rear guard.
Found the Jagged Crown. Legate Rika sent me to deliver it to you. Oh, by the way, I'll do this, then I'll explain the way I could have kept it if I wanted to.
I have to admit, I had my doubts it even existed. Did you run into any trouble?
You know what? We lost some good men.
That's not for you to decide, soldier.
Hey, I hope it was worth it.
You in the first place if it wasn't going to be worth it. Now then.
Wish likes any woman as long as they're not happy, healthy, and financially stable. That is not what I said. I said any extreme.
We have it on good authority that Ulfric has raised
happy, healthy, and financially stable is itself an extreme.
However, refuses the Legion's support. This missive should convince him. Be aware, soldier. These documents contain sensitive intelligence for the Jarl's eyes only.
Hey, I know all about sensitive intelligence. I was a Blades agent for a long time, 200 years ago. Kobeni? I've not watched Chainsaw Man, but if I understand her correctly, probably? Most people who are all those things are not extremes. I didn't say all of those things. Well, I suppose if they're all of those things, they're probably not an extreme. But I meant, I appreciate women who are...
Don't suppose you didn't charge
I just appreciate women. And there's a lot of different ways women can make me appreciate them. Cringe fail losers. Like, totally badass. Happy and adorable. There's all sorts of different types of woman I really like. And it's really funny trying to seeing which one a fandom thinks they are and which one they actually are. You want the happiest, the most healthy, and the most financially stable. Yeah. Oh, I'm off to Dragon's Reach. Let's see. Oh, right. The way to keep the Jagged Crown, if you really want to. I'm scared having fun. So when you get it, you actually can reverse pickpocket it onto Hadvar. I don't recall if it has to be Hadvar specifically, but he's there, and he's easy to find later. You reverse pickpocket it onto him. Apparently it can say there's a 0% chance when there isn't. Then you go turn in the quest to Tullius. It won't actually check if you have the helmet with you. It'll just remove the helmet from your inventory. But it'll only be able to work like that if you pickpocketed it onto someone. So you can't remove it from your inventory normally. Do that, then you can come back to Hadvar, or Ralof actually, if you're doing it Stormcloak side. Come back to them, pickpocket it back off of them, and bada bing bada boom. Victory.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian.
He has a grin 24/7, works out twice a day, runs a Fortune 500 company, still has time for a personal life. That sounds like an insane person. Like, yeah, no, if someone is that perfect, they have to be crazy. There's no other way. Hey, Balgruff.
Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon
Are
in
you
my
fucking
palace?
kidding me?
I want to help. Ulf, do you... No. I can't
Yeah.
Getting both... If the Greybeards were
I have a
willing
different
to
idea.
host... I, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop
Look,
the dragons.
that's a
and
temporary measure at
explore
best.
into the bargain.
I have this.
No doubt requesting to garrison
Female
his
Patrick
men
Bateman?
in my castle. How many times must I deny him? Well, out with it.
Ulfric plans to attack Whiterun. General wants to lend Legion troops.
I see. Give the papers to my steward.
Alright. But I was actually... He was kind of strict. Jarl's eyes only.
Don't be daft. Proventus is my eyes.
Hey, don't get mad
Just
at me.
give me the letter. I presume once I have it, I can do as I please with it?
Look, dude.
Good.
I'm a soldier.
These are interesting reports. Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun...
I'll wait over here.
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Or she's a trust fund kid. Her Fortune 500 company was started by her great-grandfather. Basically runs itself. Now she gets a $5 billion salary for sitting in a chair.
You plan to march
Also
on
possible.
Windhelm?
People like that are rarely mentally stable. She's mentally stable, it's a lie.
To face me as a man,
Or she's rare.
or to declare
In which
his
case, why is
intentions.
she there with me?
He'll do no such thing.
He was rather
That's another
straightforward
thing.
with
I
Torg.
have to have a chance.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King. But neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his storm cloaks to do it
That is
for
something
him.
they point out about Ulfric here. Torrig
already
wasn't
proved
much of a
his
fighter,
presence.
supposedly.
Now he seeks to prove his armies.
And it sounds like he
Then might
doesn't
I urge
want
you
to
to
actually
consider
try that on
Victorious'
Balgruuf,
request?
possibly because he doesn't
I
think he
you are
could.
bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point.
To be fair, there's also
Ulfric has
some...
made clear
According to some
in his
accounts, he did
mind
kind of
he
catch
refuses
Torrig by
claim
surprise.
to
He's
side
like,
with
I
the
challenge you.
Empire.
Usroda!
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die?
He was on the ground, just kind of picked him apart with his
It
axe.
seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly then to accept the white gold concordat?
This again. That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it. This isn't about gold.
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric...
You know what? Screw the war. I support Whiterun Jarl Balgruuf. I support Whiterun. Jarl Balgruuf is my boy. Genuinely, this is kind of the best way to support Whiterun.
You there. I have a message for you to deliver to our friend, the esteemed Jarl of Windhelm.
Oh, that blowhard. Alright.
Deliver this axe to Ulfric.
Oh, that's fun. Should I say anything?
Men who understand one another need not waste words. There are but a few simple truths.
It was a proper
behind
duel, but he
one
maintained it was not
warrior giving
honorable.
another
Torrig agreed to the duel because he
his
had to.
axe.
High King couldn't decline a public
Ulfric
challenge.
will know my
Ah.
meaning.
But... alright.
Good. Good.
If he tries anything, I'll just kill him.
Momentous.
That'll be
Bring me my
funny.
pen and the good parchment.
Are
Now,
we
if you
writing
don't
a
mind,
letter, Lord?
I've got a... Yes, to General Tullius.
Yeah.
I
Nothing
need to
honorable
make
about a
few
veteran
things
with a secret
clear
ancient superpower
before
picking on
I
essentially a
accept
child.
these Legionnaires.
I never remember how old Torrig was. Yeah, there is some debate that, like, back in the old day where it was actually, like, kind of... I wouldn't say it was ever common, but it was considered normal for people to use the Thuum in honorable combat. Like, in a duel, if you knew the Thuum and the other guy didn't, well, that just meant you were better at the Thuum than them. Like, way back in the olden days. But nowadays, it means you got picked for special privileges, and now you're kind of abusing the power. If the other guy also has the Thuum, I'd say fair game, but... yeah. Those days are long gone. Torrig had no chance to have a defense against it. No, that's what I was saying. I was agreeing with you. It's like, I see why it was considered fine in the old days, but the rules have changed. If I have a Glock 19 and you don't, that's just tough shit. I mean, again, in the modern day, the thing is, a Glock 19, that's like saying, if I have an axe and my opponent doesn't have a weapon at all, that's tough shit. That's not the same thing. In modern day, if you've got a weapon and the other guy doesn't, it's not an honorable fight by any means, though honorable fights aren't really a thing anymore in the modern day anyway. Windhelm. Anyone tries to stop me, they're fucking dead. But no one's gonna try to stop me. Not like I'm in uniform. You have to remember in this case, the Glock 19 is an ancient superpower almost nobody even knows about anymore. Beyond superficial it exists knowledge. Not even in combat sports. What's Ulfric gonna do if I pull out my concealed carry? I mean, it's like... if you just had a friggin' actual firearm in this world.
Give us a straight answer.
Oh great, he's doing this again. The Dragonborn is approaching. Go on to places, everyone. You challenge me to an honorable duel. We all use axes and swords, and you pull out a Glock. I'd say that is definitely closer to what Ulfric did.
What would you have me do?
But I would say pulling a gun on a person nowadays, saying it's fair, is closer to pulling an axe on someone and calling it a fist fight.
How long are you going to wait?
We just wait for him to finish.
Borgroff a stronger message.
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful...
Beyond reasonable expectation, a normal person would have it, or be able to defend against it.
To start this war in earnest then.
Soon.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land.
Good for them. Ain't gonna last.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support.
Honorable duels are not free-for-all bouts. They have rules for a reason. Yeah, and the rules needed to be amended for that. But the only people who can use the power of the voice anymore are pacifists, so they thought it kind of went without, you know, saying.
Whatever
hey, what's up,
you heard I
Winforth?
can do is probably true.
Yeah, hey, Winforth. Good to see ya. We solved that murder real good.
People are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Garmar, why do you fight for me?
Is that all?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We are not good at small talk.
Why do you fight? If not for me...
So much money on me.
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms.
No, he's doing the speech thing. But they leave the room to do this part.
Whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home. Only to
find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing.
I fight
because I must. God, you're a stick in the ass.
Voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King.
George should know you gotta stay strapped in these cobblestone streets.
Will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly
retire from the world were such a day to dawn. God, he's so pretentious.
But in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Manipulating the traditions of an honor duel to get away with murder. Is it legal according to the rules of honor dueling? Probably, but it's not honorable in spirit. Yeah. Like, honor is the operative word here, not legal. That is why I feel like the guy who let Ulfric out shouldn't have been executed for it. Because it was technically a legal kill. Legal. Like, he shouldn't have been legally punished for that. I think that is... I don't think that was fair. Can't let an Enwa catch you lacking. You're not gonna actually talk? Brought a message from the Jarl of Whiterun.
Is that so? I've been wondering when he'd come around. Oh, what's this?
Fucking axe.
You're quite brave to carry such a message. It's a pity you've chosen the wrong side. You can return this axe to the man who sent it, and tell him he should prepare to entertain visitors. I expect a great deal of...
Could be disgraced for it. It's disgraceful. You picked on someone weaker than him. Oh, no. I agree with you. Ulfric does not deserve any honor for this. Nothing noble about it. It's pathetic. Absolutely. I'm saying the guy who opened the gates to let Ulfric out, I feel like it's not fair to execute him for that, because Ulfric was not... There was not a genuine legal reason to detain him at that point.
It's so good to see you again.
Like, that'd be like... I know this isn't one-to-one, but it would be like if a police officer was sentenced to death for letting someone out of the police station because they weren't actually arrested. Or actually for letting someone out because they, like, even if they did something possibly bad, they weren't actually arrested and were being held there anyway. Was what he did right? Probably not. But should there be legal recourse for that action? Letter of the law says no. Them executing him is performative too. Suppose we pour tar on him, cover him in chicken feathers. That'd be cool. Don't cool the tar down first either, just straight into the pits. I'll have the feathers ready once he climbs out. He'll totally climb out any minute now.
Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys.
Fuck you mean another?
Sir, you're that maid.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Practice with what you got, kid. I used to
Another wanderer
punch and kick down doors when I was your age.
Good job.
You're like 30 or something, right? What if a Goth stops being able to tell how old people are? He already can't tell Khajiit apart from elves sometimes. And he can never tell humans apart.
Sir, I have a...
They weren't even at war yet. Yeah, bro just did that on his own.
A moment to breathe, soldier.
But, sir.
Breathe.
The outer walls are strong. If we can hold them there.
They have catapults.
Damn it. Where did they get catapults? The city walls are already falling apart as it is.
My scouts tell me they're loading them with fire.
So, he wants to take my city. Walls intact.
That's a dick
Men
move.
fighting in flames.
My men are fearless. It's the Imperial milk drinkers I'm worried about.
If you prefer, I can take my men and leave.
No. Of course not.
Yeah.
Just don't let me down, Scipius.
Yeah.
We need to set up water brigades to combat the flames.
Already taken care of.
You Imperials are efficient. I'll give you that. How long until they arrive?
Sir.
Not long. They're hiding in the countryside.
Damn it. What's he waiting for?
Balgriff, you okay?
What?
Sir, they're on the move. They'll be at the gates at any moment.
Oh, fuck.
Why didn't you say so immediately?
Sir, I tried.
This is it. Time to see what these storm cloaks are made of.
The men are already...
Pass me the Ox Nerevar. I want to show you my SoundCloud.
Spread the word.
What does any of that
go,
mean?
Go!
Oblivion take them. Every miserable last one of them.
Hey, so, you want me out there too?
You've returned with my axe. I knew that would be.
Under less stress, let him pace in peace. Yeah, you know what? I guess that's fair.
I sent word to General Tullius, who's been kind enough to lend us some of his troops, and Legate Scipius here. Let Ulfric try to make it past our combined forces.
Yeah.
I'll turn you back over to your legion. Legate Scipius will have use for you.
No, right.
Gods be with us all.
There's your axe back.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a...
Yeah, no, I'm here.
In force. Get down to the front line. This is it. We must hold the city. Now move it.
Actually fighting in a genuine war. Did I ever do this? I don't think I ever did. Sure, I trained how to use a sword, but taking forts and manning the front lines and...
Well, where the hell are those Stormcloaks?
Let's get this over with already.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that.
Jeez.
What the rebels like to forget is that the Empire is what's keeping the Dominion out of Skyrim.
Might have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Angath ain't always great at directions.
It's not safe out here. Return to your homes immediately.
Wow. How the fuck did he move an army here faster than I got here? Didn't think shit was that easy. Realistically, is there anything actually stopping the Dragonborn from massacring everyone in the Palace of Kings, letting the Imperials deal with the rest? Lore-wise, no. Gameplay-wise, yeah. Essentials and quest breaking.
Day for stay alert. This is the day we send a message to Ulfric Stormcloak and the rebel Jarls who support him. But make no mistake, what we do here today, we do for Skyrim and her people. By cutting out the disease of this rebellion, we will make this country whole again.
Scouts are unwise in an honorable duel. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck was she doing there? That is...
This is it, men. This is an important day for the and for the Legion.
There.
And for all
I called in a little backup.
This is the day we send a message to Ulfric Stormcloak and the rebel Jarls who support him. But make no mistake.
Where is she going?
What we do here today, we do for Skyrim and her people.
Whoa, whoa.
By cutting out the disease of this rebellion,
whoa.
We will make this country whole.
Bitch is crazy.
Ready now! Everyone with me! For the Empire! For... Legion!
Once again, me Robo-Dog and Super Grandma dealt with all of Bunker Hill with minimal difficulty, because the people who made the game weren't cowards.
Send Ulfric my regards. Call yourself a warrior? Yeah.
They've got archers over there by the fence. Wow! The bite of it's
yeah, it's basically impossible to actually stop them from getting that part through. These things are flimsy as shit, and the people defending them are idiots. Also, your horse is going to get in the way here no matter what. I believe Shadowmere is essential.
Hawks on the Empire! Along the fence! Damn you!
See why I never participated in a war before. Kinda sucks. Get the fuck out of the way, dude.
Did you see the wood? Nakas! They got archers over there by the fence. Yeah.
Also, they can just walk up through here. They didn't have to go through the friggin' barricades at all.
They've got archers on the wall. I yield. I yield. I can just by sleep. Carlos, smite.
The war battles kind of suck because these thick melees aren't very, like, fun to fight in because you gotta constantly be wary of all the multitude of allies. That was the rest of the dozens of people that died in the war. Really is dozens, huh? Alright, war's done. Good job. Just start walking away. That's right, piss off.
Everyone, on me! The Jarl wishes to speak.
What's up, Boggs? How do we do? I don't think too many of our side died. Hey, Hadvar.
You made it. Huh. I was sure I'd find you face down in the dump.
I am 260 years old. There he is. Fuck was he? So bad for the families of all 20 people who died in the Siege of Whiterun. Is he gonna say anything or like?
Revel in your
Oh, there he goes.
today, even as the gods revel in your honor.
Good job, us.
They already sing of your valor and skill. The halls of Sovngarde are no doubt ringing with your praises. In defeating these storm-cloaked traitors, you have proven the hollowness of their cause and the fullness of your hearts.
I mean, I don't think winning proves we're correct morally, but it was funny watching them all die.
Ulfric will not stop here. No, he will continue to strike out against any true Nord who remains.
It reminds you of how 40k level plant-wide conflict that has like 2 million casualties.
To sow discord and chaos wherever he can. And so, we must each one of us continue to.
Well, you're only considered a casualty if you were in the military. Citizens aren't counted for casualty reports. Because their deaths don't matter. You can get more civilians later. Soldiers, it matters at least slightly. It takes a minute to teach someone how to use a las rifle.
For Whiterun, for the Empire.
For the Empire. I can go with that. Whatever this Empire is, I think it's something. Maybe it's not Uriel's Empire, but it's better than whatever the Thalmor are doing.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done.
Wanderer like you must have plenty of tales to tell.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm too busy to hear them.
More soldiers than that died in like a year of World War II. Are you sure you're talking about planet-wide wars and not singular battles? Because that doesn't sound right.
Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss.
What?
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Ah. Inheritance. Here. You got the 5th. The name of Jarl Balgriff the Greater. It's with great regret that we inform you of Severio Pelagia's death. Ceases bequeathed unto you a measure of inheritance in the amount of 100 gold pieces. Jarl's court has levied an amount of 10 gold pieces from the sum as the lawfully and honorably due tax. Mander has been commended unto the care of a trusted courier for deliverance. All the Jarl's court grieves with you on this day. We rejoice in the knowledge that the deceased was in possession of dear friends and wealth to communicate unto them. May this lawfully bestowed inheritance prove as a reminder of your enduring faith in one another, and the Jarl's beneficence accorded unto you both. Oh no, yes. He ran the Pelagia. I liked that guy. Stormcloak assholes shot him. He was a farmer, you dickbags. Now I don't feel bad about, killing you all.
What is it?
Ingot doesn't have any reason to doubt himself anymore on this. They killed some random farmer who was just doing his job.
By defeating Ulfric at Whiterun, we have solidified the allegiance of the Jarl. Perhaps the Stormcloaks will soon lose heart for this little rebellion of theirs once and for all.
Maybe.
I'm promoting you to Quester.
Holy shit, is this a Daedric sword?
Symbol of your new station and responsibility.
Yes, all Questers receive Daedric swords. I'm fucking with you. I looked something up and I'm 80 to 90% sure you're, ancient. I'm not sure what you are, but your name gets mentioned a lot. I'm thinking you might want this instead. I don't use swords that much, but it's cool. What are my new orders, though?
You'd be wasted as a regular soldier.
Nudes to Twitter?
I have special
Was
plans
it you,
for you.
mortal? I sent
You'll be of
those
greater
to you
use
in
to me with
confidence.
greater flexibility.
Yeah, I did a little research into your name. God, it would be stupid to have you fighting normal battles. I'm just gonna send you into places I don't want anyone alive anymore, and I assume you'll deal with it. What exactly will I be doing in the field?
You'll be doing whatever Rika tells you to do. And I expect you to find creative ways to disrupt the Stormcloaks along the way.
Oh yeah, sure.
Emperor.
Or the Emperor. Whoever that's gonna be.
Been up to the Blue Palace. It's a sight to see, even if it is filled with fops.
You wanna be Balthazar Gelt?
The gods gave you 2 hands, and you use them both for your weapon. I can respect that.
I like hitting people really hard, and I don't care if I get hit. So yeah. Pale Imperial Camp. It's actually, not far enough to justify a fast travel. It's kind of better I just run there myself. Warhammer Fantasy character. Yeah, I don't know Warhammer Fantasy that well.
Coin or 2 for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
I know 40k decently well, though I couldn't point out specific characters.
God like Whitemane is in a better place now. Or is there any place better than Sovngarde?
Yeah, I made damn sure he was there. I went out and murdered something that was gonna take him somewhere else. You can do that? I could this time. Don't count on it normally. Richest man in the Empire. Still scammed a ship captain out of 50 bucks. That's pretty funny. Well, that's how he got to be the richest man in the Empire. He's done that to every single person of the Empire. The ones who didn't have 50 bucks to be scammed out of, say goodbye to your food vouchers, guess who's not paying for lunch for this month?
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Wood! Nakast!
The last name is Gelt. I wonder something about that. Wonder if that's just a coincidence. It might be.
Wood! Nakast!
Ooh, just barely skimmed onto this. Yes, fun. The wizard said he'd pay with a bar of lead that he would turn into gold. He did, but it wasn't permanent. Turned back to lead like 30 minutes after he left. To be clear, he could do it permanently, he just didn't. He could have done it permanently. He could have kept his word. He just wanted to be a dick. Someone say Gelt? Yeah, Bathwater knows fantasy pretty well. You love him? He's really funny already. I appreciate that in a character. Being funny. You're a Gelt fanboy? The Supreme Patriarch of the Imperial Colleges of Magic. Sweet. I don't know shit about the magic system of fantasy. He loves to loudly proclaim on the battlefield, "I am supreme!" No do, boo to do. Very much like 40k. Hey, what's up,
General
Rika?
and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both.
Technically still a bounty on his head
and
for doing
SKYRIM.
that. I mean, no one's brave enough to claim it. They don't call it psychic powers. Ah, so it still invites chaos. And you gotta be real careful with it. Do they still sacrifice 10,000 children a day to something, or... No. I guess there wouldn't be enough people to do that, would there, in fantasy? Reporting for duty.
I need you to deliver some false orders to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstar. But first, we need to get our hands on some rebel orders to make the forgeries.
There is no Corpse
the Nightgate
Emperor.
and Candlehearth Inns are frequent stops for Stormcloak runners. See if you can't convince one of the innkeepers to help you. One way or another, get me those documents. But don't do anything rash if you go to Windhelm. Well, soldier, can you do this?
Sigmar less of an asshole than the Emperor, kinda. Consider it done.
As long as the rebels are willing to die fighting the Empire, we must be willing to oblige them.
That kinda checks out. The living emperor who is elected by the elector counts, like it's the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, interesting. Alright, that's far away as fuck. Nightgate Inn is... That could be farther, actually. The Empire itself is very German. Fascinating. Because the, you know, the 40k Empire takes a lot of Holy Roman roots for its aesthetic. A more German aesthetic, like German steel aesthetic for the Fantasy Empire. Also, Gelt once took a rebelling city by turning all their precious minerals into lead so they couldn't pay their mercenaries. He really loves that specific trick, lead to gold. It's a good trick, don't get me wrong, but it sounds like that might be the only magic he can do. But he's just really good at it. Seen the map of Fantasy? It's very much a twisted version of Earth. I think I have seen it before, yeah. Gelt is the master of the Wind of Metal. The fuck does that mean? A lore of metal wizard. I'll repeat my previous question. What the fuck does that mean? Can also turn people into gold. Oh. Does that take longer, or 8 winds of magic, life, death, fire, etc.? Okay, so he's one of the 8... He's one of the, like, 8 big wizards, then. Or... is that a thing? Something like that, yeah. Like, there's a master of the wind of each one. I suppose it's possible someone could be the master of the wind of multiple ones. What? Oh, this shit again. You know who's missing? Damn it, wrong button.
I need 100 chicken nuggets and I need them ASAP.
Nagash, he's one of the 8 winds of magic. Not the most powerful user of it. He just is that while wind of magic. Such is the power of Nagash.
Don't worry.
Split your belly like an old woman's purse.
Oh, that's not gonna endear you to me.
Victory is yours. I submit.
What was that? I didn't catch you. Come here closer.
I exist for hype moments and aura Nerevar.
Yeah, good to know. It would be funny. Literally absorbed every religion's god of death during Fantasy's apocalypse, and thus embodies the wind of death. Wow. How the fuck did he do that?
These sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warmness from your presence.
This Nagash guy, if I'm understanding correctly, he just is death itself at this point. He's all of their gods. Literally is that whole wind of magic. He just is the concept of necromancy. You have to go through him if you're a necromancer. Such is the power of Nagash. Very determined. He's been trying for thousands of years. What the hell is this?
You interrupted my mewing session. Help Nerevar.
I don't want to know what that means, I don't think. Treating you like a what, Vorin?
I don't believe you understand how grave of a mistake you have just made. Let me make this clear. You will be allowed to leave, but one day somewhere I will find you. You will never sleep again. Never go without looking behind you on a dark road. And when you least expect it, I will show you another Oblivion crisis. Now leave.
How's this broken battle axe doing here? Couldn't tell. He likes saying, such is the power of Nagash. The hell? Give me a rundown of him on Discord? Cool. I think my left ear just went completely deaf. Waiting for that to clear up. Weird stuff moment. It just got really stuffed up for a sec. It's already clearing up. No idea why that just happened. Might be related to the tinnitus. Might be related to the weather. I don't know. I have weird health problems that come and go as they please. And deaf in your left ear, your first job is very loud on that side. Recovered eventually. Well, at least there's that. Yeah, I'm already back. It's just completely stuffed up for a sec. Also somehow in the running for biggest asshole in Warhammer. His competition is Satan and the Skaven. There's a Satan in Warhammer? I know why the Skaven and, like, the Great Horned Rat get to be on the list, but Satan? Is like a chaos? Oh, chaos itself? Chaos gods?
The beds and beer are both lousy, you ask me.
Ah, hello there, traveler.
Seen any couriers lately?
I tend to keep my patrons' privacy.
I'd usually appreciate that, but, his life might be in danger.
It is? Well...
It's not even a lie, is the thing.
He was here, but he left.
Just call them four-way Satan sometimes.
Catch him. Or you can just wait here. He'll be back soon enough. Anything you need, just holler.
Thanks. I mean, I'm sure Slanesh specifically appreciates that name. Archaon is like Satan, the greatest champion of chaos? Archaon, give me a bit of a hint here. They some kind of chaos demon that switches between the four? Or are they just the strongest chaos entity that's not a god? Archaon the Ever-Chosen. Like Abaddon, but he actually succeeded in destroying the world. Mortal champion. Oh. Doesn't that make him more like the Antichrist than Satan? Yeah, closer to that, I'd say.
No time to talk. Out of my way.
Not here to talk.
We'll see about that.
I'll smite you.
Let's fill a mass grave, Nerevar.
That's all you've got?
Documents and... Nah. We're almost back to Windhelm, but also I'd have to walk back anyway, so... It is funny that everyone who played Payday 3 just went back to Payday 2. Of course they did. As a Payday 2 fan, for a few different reasons. One is that I'm also a bit of a Hotline Miami fan, and also a John Wick fan. It's like, why would you bother playing Payday 3, which is just Payday 2 with all the fun vacuumed out of it? Like, all the silly, fun, quirky shit vacuumed out of it like it would hurt you to have it in there, and wasn't the entire reason people played. And then make it like a lame, realism-focused extraction shooter. Why would you do that? Need to stop looking at corpses. The image didn't show up, but I'm fine. Archaon is like the fantasy Abaddon, but he actually wins. Cloaker doesn't even hide. It's like, I can't do silly shit in 3. I can't beat people with a giant spoon and drain their life essence from it. I can't just have a random chance when shot with a bullet to say, no you. My bullets don't randomly hit harder sometimes. Is like, I have harsh limitations on my ammunition, and on my healing, and on everything, and I'm supposed to work, like, real hard with a team to do stuff, and it's like, it's not why people play, dude. It's like, the dev team for Payday 3 didn't play Payday 2, they only played Payday 1.
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
This whole deal, hitting a black flash with a bullet must go crazy. Yeah. Because you can get crit chance. Here's the thing, you can do like a classic one with a semi-unarmed build, you can do. You can do a melee build with like punchies, and you can have crit chance on your melee. So you could just you could just go for a black flash. I really should have locked in. Play that game like once, but quote, you're up against the wall and I am the fucking wall. Anytime I have the chance. Yeah, that's another thing. The friggin'... They don't say... Like, the quotes aren't memorable in Payday 3. They're trying too hard to be cool and edgy.
Fucking Outlanders. I be spitting my game like a fucking frat boy with drunk high schoolers, wearing my sunglasses indoors, hitting that stroke game 101 lessons with a new baby. Why don't you come over here and lick the creamy tip? Make our boy Sanguine proud.
Lauren, for God's sake, no matter how many times you ask, no. Even a gap of well over, I don't know, when were we last alive together? I don't mean 200 years ago, I mean the time before that. Oh, hey, look, a fort.
This doesn't concern you, friend.
Probably gonna be asked to deal with this later.
You're trespassing here. You'd better clear out.
Hey, I'm walking around the fort. Get off my ass. Yeah, Payday 2 is such a funny, silly game. Like, it fit perfectly that there's... One of the missions you can do is, you assemble and steal a TF2 sentry. And that fits too well. It fits the Payday universe being in the TF2 universe. I think it was there for, like, their big release on Steam. What the fuck? What the? Magic anomaly. Oh god, not these things. This is the only character in the game without a level cap, so they're always durable as shit. What the hell did I run into? One more thing about Gelt. Almost single-handedly stopped the end times before getting backstabbed by the actual worst guy in Warhammer. I'll admit I'm curious, who is this actual worst guy in Warhammer? Look how goddamn durable these things are. This is why doing Mage's Guild at high levels sucks, because you have to fight these things that don't have a cap to their level scaling. But their level scaling is also way faster than the players. I think it's literally 2x instead of, like, x plus 20. I think it was meant to be like x plus 2, but it ended up being 2x because the person coding it couldn't math.
It's like I don't know who you are anymore, Jimmy.
What the actual fuck was that? Manfred von Karstein, Vampire Count. Not even the head of the vampires, just the asshole scion of the Chad, Vlad von Karstein. So, was that act a betrayal against the vampires? Like, they didn't want the end times happening either, and this guy's just a cunt? Vampire bitch boy with daddy issues. Fish? What? I actually don't know. That's why I'm asking. He's a cunt? Yeah, that's what I said. Because... no one wanted the end times to happen except chaos. Yeah, that sounded right. The end times were poorly written. I believe you. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm gonna need to look into that fucking whatever the hell that was. I genuinely don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a Creation Club thing, or if that's some extra part of College of Winterhold I've never seen before. Revered Dragon. Mentioned durability before. Many characters acted out of character. An example. Boom.
Don't do that. What a fool you are.
End times was just a poorly disguised and rushed attempt by GW to take fantasy out behind the barn. Barn, I mean. What if God becomes the Amaranth and Dreams the Fallout universe? That would be pretty funny. But that also, in some regard, might... In the eventual Elder Scrolls 6, I want to bring Ungoth to there if I can. And I want to know before I do it. I want to know before I make any kind of decision like that. Come here. You got High Elves and Dark Elves, pretty simple. Dark Elves are traitors who attempted to seize power and were forced into exile. Pretty common for Dark Elf stuff. There is divine proof by the King of the Gods. Yep, they defied my will. To hell with them. Alright, sounds good so far. Fuck the Dark Elves. At least, if you're part of that pantheon, fuck them. Not mean to do that. Let me guess, did they retcon the divine proof? That's gonna be my first guess of what happened. Wait, they said, no, he just said that. Let me know if I'm close. Or if I'm horribly off. Either way, let me know.
Very good. Let's see what you have here.
There you go.
Interesting. They know more of our plans than I expected. It would seem
there's no waking up from becoming the Amaranth.
We'll make sure they won't be getting those. One moment while I correct some of these documents. That should do it. Make sure those forged documents get to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstar. It'll throw him off our trail, allowing us to maneuver more freely. Alright then.
However, in End Times, the High Elf King reveals that his rule and the rule of his predecessors following the Civil War is illegitimate. The Dark Elves should have ruled. So, I was close. They, that is retconning a divine revelation. Or at least the gods were lying too? Still kind of a lame thing to have happen. Well, they just said fuck you to anyone who liked Bretonia or thought the Lady of the Lake was cool and interesting. I don't know what any of that is, but it sounds like King Arthur stuff, which I'm apparently way more into than I thought I was, but I blame fate for getting me into it. This is the new, very King Arthur. I like King Arthur, because here's the thing. I've said this. I very much recommend reading up on some of the late-stage Arthurian cycles, because the Knights of the Round Table, by that point, in the same way comic book characters keep scaling up and up and up, the Knights of the Round Table kept having to have more and more bullshit impressive feats to keep people interested in the stories, that they genuinely scale to anime like, they are anime characters at that point. Tristan has his bow Fail Not, which literally can't miss. Gawain is undefeatable in combat at the times of 3 p.m., noon, and 9 a.m. Lancelot beats entire armed battalions of knights with just a fucking twig because he's that good at fighting. Like, it's nonsense and it's fun. It comes later though. Easy into this, like popping a nun's cherry. Ugh. I really have a character called the Green Knight. What Knight? The Green Knight. Oh, Gringos. I'm familiar with the Green Knight. A lot of more contemporary stuff kind of replaces the Green Knight with the Black Knight, just because it's a more scary color, but... Can I cut off your head for research?
They say that vampires attacked the whole of the
Yeah, I heard. Didn't care. Yeah, cared a little. Actually, all the Vigilants doing some good work on the Daedra portal.
Fight or die well.
Important documents for you, sir.
Is that so? I don't recognize you. Why aren't you wearing your Stormcloak colors?
Ditched it for this. Easier to sneak past the enemy.
I suppose it would be. Good thinking.
Yeah, you would not believe how many fucking spies they got out there.
Ah, good.
I didn't get harassed half as much like this.
For the fort are on the way. And we have some information about enemy troop movements as well. Excellent.
Those gloves are cool as hell.
It's not easy running messages, what with Imperial scouts crawling all over the place. Well done.
Just doing my duty.
A drink at the Wind Peak before heading back.
I might just do that.
Until next time.
5 gold? That motherfucker died doing this job. Bretonnia is France, aggressively France. Remember, the Warhammer is made by the English. It's France, but it's Arthurian? That's weird. I mean, Lancelot was supposedly French. But the French, like, kind of, at least historically, the French really hated Arthurian legend. To the point that they made up their own, anti-King Arthur story. The story of Cath-Palug, the monster cat that ate King Arthur and then transformed into him to replace him. French and Arthurian. Why you're not a fan of Bretonnia and can laugh at their misfortune. I mean, as someone familiar with real English myth, the real Arthurian myth, it's very... That does sound off. Santa's on holiday. Christmas just finished. Leave him alone. Yeah, I've got that, just the French part, that was all you needed to hear. Should compare Bretonnia and the Empire. Neighbors, brother nations, the two mightiest human powers. And I like the idea of just actual King Arthur people in the middle of all this other bullshit.
Keep an eye out for trouble. It's only a
Good
matter
job.
of time.
I knew I
Okay,
gave
she
them this
actually pays you 1,200, wow. Boarding for duty.
Your objective is Fort Dunstad.
The general quality of life is
Meet
much better in the
soldiers
Empire.
preparing
Well,
for the
let
attack.
Bathwater
Then
get to
join
that.
them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well,
you can just
soldier,
let me do
are you
this
up to the
alone.
task?
It's as good as ours, but
I knew I could count on you.
if everyone but me dies, it's not my fault. I could have done this alone. Aftershock. Magical anomaly. Have I seen that quest before? Is that a Creation Club thing? Or was that old but almost no one ever plays it? I don't remember. The Empire is constantly advancing technology, striving to improve the lives of the people. This doesn't go perfectly, of course. They've developed gunpowder, early industrial workplaces, flourishing culture. As flourishing as it gets in Warhammer when there are enemies on all sides. Not have your talk shit of Bretonnian Empire superiority rights revoked. I'm afraid they've already been revoked, Traveler. Bathwater is talking about something because they're interested in it, and someone interested in something supersedes someone just shit-talking about it. Until I make an opinion. When I have a solid opinion on whether or not I like it, I'll just side with whoever has that. But for now, I want to hear the positive end. Or potentially positive. On up that chair. Yeah. Tony is forced into a permanent medieval feudal period by the nobility to keep the peasants down. Alright. Dick move. You do not jest? No, I don't think you do. It's oppression. Yeah, no, it sounds correct. I believe you wholeheartedly. Alright, time for everyone who's not me to die.
The sons of SKYRIM.
And also my allies should live too, but I don't have much control over that. Guys, you're on the wrong side of the fort.
Lucky hit.
Lucky, huh?
I'm drowned with your blood.
Die, rebel.
People are forced to stay on their allotted land, making them resort in time to incest. Very Arthurian, to be fair.
I'm going to put you down.
Blood. I cannot trust you. No.
Awful lot of horses in here. Small middle merchant class is looked down upon, despite how vital international trade is for the survival of the realm.
Victory is yours. Enough! This ends now! Mercy! Can't believe it!
They're just kind of slaughtering Stormcloaks left, right, and center.
Give up while you still can.
The top brass may have their shit together. Every king is divinely ordained because they possess a completely pure heart. The lesser nobility are assholes. Well, what's preventing the top brass from fucking them over? I assume there's something the lesser nobility has that lets them stay in power. Some parts of Bretonnia are cool and interesting, like the Grail Knights, if you're not a fan of the faction as a whole. Well, they're just generally poorly written. Or written by people who don't really understand Arthurian legend despite being British, apparently.
That's your best.
Battle for Fort Gunstad. Any horse eats better than every Bretonian village. You guys kind of just ganged up on that last one, huh?
Spies. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'll be sure to mention it. You really like horses? I like horses as well. Horses are nice. I unfortunately know too much about them to enjoy the horse girl racing game. Cavalry is a big part of their culture. That's cool. It is funny to think about that world's timeline, because a world without stirrups and mounted cavalry would be... well... it'd be a world where I think the Roman Empire can't happen. The big thing about them was their mastery of stirrups, allowing them to get so much more force while on mounted cavalry, while mounted on horses. Yes, they love their horses, probably fuck them too. Bretonnian Knights are the masters of cavalry, no contest. Else chasing me. Where'd this come from?
So I can stab you in the back.
Oh my god. Bandits, really? They have Pegasus Knights. Awesome. They kind of cheat because they're big cavalry units. The Grail Knights are literally ordained with power by a goddess. Hippogriffs? Hippogriffs are real cool too. Griffins are cooler than hippogriffs, but if you need like a fantasy flying creature that's actually more feasible to be like tamed, okay, game crashed. That hasn't happened in a while. One moment. How far back does that send me? Crash number. I hadn't keep track. It's been at least a dozen streams since we had a crash, though. Todd doesn't like me talking about cooler franchises. God, how far back does that send me? If that sends me too far back, I'll break my fast travel rule just to get through that stuff faster. Emperor Karl Franz rides a griffin. Cool, I guess? Who? Cool, but who?
They say that vampires attacked the whole of the Vigilant.
There's like number 4 from what you remember? Maybe. Okay, it was when I delivered it, so I gotta redo the battle, but...
There was some ruckus over by that weird black door. You weren't involved in that craziness, were you?
Black door? No idea what you're talking about. Greatest of mankind's heroes. The Emperor of the Empire, not central to the subject other than Griffin. What?
Guess it's all clear now.
Aw, doggy.
Stupid dog.
I don't believe Santa would say that. That was a hallucination. Karl Franz is the Emperor. Alright, masterful politician, general, and warrior. Karl, a very common first name among humans of the Empire. Emperor of the Empire... Why did I think that was a new message? It's not. Why did I look at it and think it was new? This is odd. Probably? I don't know, I feel like I've heard of other Carl characters. Maybe I'm crazy.
I signed on because I couldn't watch waiting. Just tearing everything apart and not do something. But most of my family disagrees.
Good job. Good job. I knew
What?
I gave your object. Meet the... Well, soldier, are you up to... I knew
Works
I
as
could
good
count
as
on you,
ours.
soldier.
I'm getting a ton of peasant names in Warhammer, so it's hard to tell. I don't even mean like peasant. I mean like just named characters. I feel like I've heard people named Carl in that before. But maybe I'm just off. Yeah, we're gonna bend the rule a little just because I already did this, and it's annoying. I just heard of Karl Franz. He pops up a lot. It's also quite possible. He's the poster boy of the good guys. Like, actual good guys or fake good guys? I'm a little too 40k'd to, not have to question that. There's at least... No, they are good objectively. Alright, good to know.
Merci.
Fantasy good guys have interracial cooperation. Right, I do know about that. Because I've at least played Vermintide 2. Enough to know that there's definitely tension, but it's better than what 40k's got going on a lot of the time. It's not hard to be good guy in a world with demons, vampires, evil rat people, the dark elves, and Nagash. I don't know, a lot of those things are in 40k, and it's very hard to be a good person there.
That's all you've got. I submit.
Carl is actually trying. I believe it fully. Because, like, it's just... Try to compare character values in different story settings. This was something we talked about last Skyrim stream. Where I was discussing how all the traits that make Ungoth an exceptionally effective hero in the Elder Scrolls universe would make him a ticking time bomb for the destruction of the entire universe in the Star Wars rules. Like, he is Darth Vader waiting to happen in Star Wars. But here, he's one of the best heroes they're ever gonna get. Carl is a statesman, knows how to phrase his desires as the ideas of someone else, managing to deliver on his promises.
Finish this.
Warren, I know you don't like the mongrel dogs of the Empire, but they're still helping us right now.
Dick right now?
Okay. I guess a fort we now own could count. I I'm bending my rules so that I can try to avoid that crash happening again. Oh, I wasn't supposed to come back here anyway. Was I? Oh, wanted me to go back to Solitude, Bleg.
Keep your guard up.
To quote Pancreas No Work, Karl Franz is the kind of guy who could convince you to give him all your possessions, make you think he got the better deal. He's also the kind of guy who wouldn't do that to you. Sounds like the ideal politician. Total War 1 always... In Total War, you always play Karl. That's cool. Oh, great. More of these are out. One second. What is this guy's problem?
And you thought I was...
Oh, it was a resurrected zombie. Okay. Can't always deal with them. Ah, poor bastard. Lots of people have this problem. He's just too fun to play as. I feel like he would get along well with Robute. Rowboat Girly Man, right. So many cool factions with cooler units. Skaven get nuclear armaments. Chaos gets all kinds of demons, etc. Karl's just the guy, the hero, the man. I like Skaven because they're weird little monsters.
When you get bored, stranger.
There is no moral ambiguity to the Skaven. They're like that because they're like that. And sometimes it's just funny. I mean, here's the question. As anyone who is a diehard 40k fan knows, Rowboat Girly Man is totally into an Eldar woman. Ignore what all actually canon material says for you. What is Karl's deal with elves? This will determine how they get along in the version of canon I care about.
Taking the Pale gives us another port in Dawnstar. It puts
Friends?
us within striking
Oh,
distance
okay.
of Windhelm. That should make Ulfric a bit more cautious.
I describe the Skaven as all being in a perpetual competition to be the biggest asshole, and somehow they're all winning. That is a lovely description of them.
Individuals. I'm raising you to prefect. Take this blade as a gift and symbol of your new rank. You've earned it.
Dwarven shit. This isn't a blade. I know, I already gave you the best blade we had, but I rehearsed. Listen, I've been reading up on some of the bullshit someone with your name has been doing, and it sounds too similar to how you act. What were they called? Ungoth the Third and Ungoth the Second. A lot of this second stuff is classified. Yeah, it would be. What does that mean? That your great-grandfather? That was well over 200 years ago. Yeah, I know. And it wasn't my great-grandfather, it was me. I need you to give me time to process that. In the meantime...
Make your way to our camp in the Rift. We have a few surprises for
As a babe, Karl was saved by a passing company of Wood Elves. Wood Elves hate everyone. Saw destiny upon him. Cool. Ah, sure.
For the Emperor.
For at least one specific Emperor. I hope I'm guessing this wrong, but is it Uriel Septim? It's Uriel Septim. God damn it. I'm Rika, I think we hired an immortal. That's good though, right? Maybe not in this specific case. He seems unhinged. Well, sometimes you need a little less door for what you're doing. Rika, that's probably the worst pun I think anyone has ever made, ever. That's cool. Okay, so we're gonna take the rift next. We'll see how that works out. Person in charge of rifting. Seems stupid.
Rah! Damn you! How dare you interrupt my time with my pookie!
Stop calling me that, Borin.
Chat, we rolled him.
Who is Chat? He's talking to you guys. But he wouldn't. He's married with kids. Carl could seduce an elf, you're sure, but he wouldn't. Ah. So, hypothetically, I'm glad you guys are so happy Vorin was talking to you. Vorin never talks to me, except when he's talking to Ungoth, which I suppose is him actually talking to me because he's saying Nerevar. It's just that Ungoth responds to, because Ungoth is the Nerevar in this timeline I've made. But also the Nerevarine. But more the Nerevarine. Whoa, whoa. What was that? Huge, like, spike to my... down spike in my frames.
To go to new places and see the world. It's true in my case. I bargained on seeing more than I liked.
Hey again, Rika. How do you keep getting here before me? Reporting for duty.
You're going to Riften. My spies report the Jarl's steward Anuriel has arrangements with the Thieves Guild that would be rather embarrassing if made public. I need you to find evidence of her corrupt activities and use it to gain a measure of her cooperation.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Stealth and discretion. The Jarl's guards won't take kindly to anyone rummaging through her steward's private quarters.
I'll get proof.
Good. I can always count on you, can't I?
I'm just blackmailing the guy. I mean, if you really just want blackmail, I could just, let's say I know someone in the Thieves Guild who could just tell everyone. Just go back to, town over here to fast travel from. So, Carl's the kind of guy who, if his kid came out to him as a xenophile, he'd just be chill with it. Like the fantasy equivalent of, my dad's cool with me being gay. Yeah. Tear up the carpet. Open the door.
One of the guards said he saw a mage appear out of thin air. Claimed it was one of those Sijic monks. Man's been hitting the skooma, I say.
Yeah, I'm actually Thane, so... What is this about? Quick note regarding my son Sibby. Be treated as I'd expect you to treat any of the Blackbriar family. All of his requests are be honored without question. However, if he wishes to be released, you are not to do so unless I expressly authorize it. Sibby needs to learn his place. The only way that will happen is if he's kept under lock and key. Maven. You ever heard of the real best Warhammer character, Luthor Harkon? Mentally insane vampire pirate emperor?
So,
I have heard of Harkon.
You'd have your own flesh and blood hanged, just to solidify your grip as the next Jarl.
If that's what it will take, then so be.
In the Vampire Coast trailer he sent a while back. Yeah. I've heard of him.
Welcome to Mistvale.
Hey,
I'm Jarl.
I found this.
I suppose you're here to extort something from me? Is that it?
Yeah, that's how I woke.
Well, what is it you want?
I've done what I needed to do to keep Mother happy. It doesn't matter what I really believe.
Rebels are doing a fine job destroying yourselves. Soldiers running errands.
So, you're an Imperial spy.
Spy is a strong word.
I have no strong love for the Stormcloaks, but I can't say I'm all that fond of the Empire either.
You're a high elf. Which one do you think's gonna treat you better?
War of yours makes it difficult for a resourceful woman to advance her interests. Perhaps we can find a way for both of us to prosper from this unfortunate discovery?
As long as that's not a proposition for sex. And what kind of agreement do you have in mind?
What if I told you about a large shipment of gold and weapons?
Oh, yeah? I'm listening.
Oh, no. I'm no fool. You'll learn what you need to know once we've come to an agreement.
Alright. Thought we were being more tongue-in-cheek about this, but fine. How much are we talking about? Let's...
Enough to make a significant difference in the war.
Okay. Alright. Deal. Where do I find it?
They're taking it by wagon to Windhelm.
Refresh your memory a little. Rules of the Vampire Coast. Bit of the coast of Brazil. The natural pull for all the dead and debris of the world's oceans. Endless
The
zombies.
shipment is quite heavy and guarded by many men. Now let's pretend we never had this discussion.
Never had what discussion?
You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our laws.
You hear the phrase, mentally insane vampire pirate emperor. You aren't at least a little intrigued. I pity your boring existence. Yeah, I know. Like, if that's where you're at as a person, I pity you. That's one thing, as mentioned in my world building, like, I finally came to a good decision on what I wanted dragons to be. I'm very iffy on undead. Like, I'm not sure if I want there to be undead monsters. Or even vampires in general. Because it's like... well, vampires could be non-undead vampire types. But I haven't come to any kind of real decision, because I'm also not sure they'd be a major part of the story anyway. Like, the dragon thing is a major part of the story, but vampires, I don't even have any vampiric characters in mind. He makes excursions into the Lizardmen Empire of Lustria, South America, does some damage, gets repelled, waits for more bodies. Oh, and he has walking pirate ships. I know about the walking pirate ships. I've seen those.
Waiting. The insufferable waiting.
Something to report?
There's a shipment of coin traveling to Windhelm.
Excellent work. I knew you'd bring back something useful. It just so happens I've got some scouts along the road. Meet up with them and together see if you can't overpower the caravan.
Okay, that's getting odd. Check something real quick. I think we're okay for now. Can you imagine him getting his entire army killed by lizardmen, just chilling on a rock fishing until enough bodies wash up on his shore to try again? And my understanding of Warhammer Fantasy Undead is that if you have an undead minion and it dies, so what? You can just raise it again. Like, if you fix the body up, you can just raise it again if you really want to. Which is why, for certain, like... Yes, like, there's not like a once per body rule that a lot of stuff tries to go with. Like, undead armies are genuinely unending. And that's why, for certain vampiric factions, their alive, like, servants are far more highly valued than their undead ones. Because once they die, they can't do any of the things an alive person can do anymore. They're just an undead now. And you can't get that back unless you gotta, like, wait and get a new person to train up. And that's a pain in the ass. So it's like, it's actually considered kind of worth it to sacrifice potentially dozens of undead for one living person, just because I can get those undead back. That living person, I'd have to train them again. Plus all your zombies and skeleton warriors.
See the world.
Warriors, big fucking deal. They're not the key part of my army, my spellcasters are. Raise the dead again!
I can't remember the last time I visited home. Think I've forgotten what a proper bed looks like, let alone feels like.
What's up, Advar?
Well, look who it is. How have you been?
Alright, I guess. I've been kinda up and down since we met, honestly. Remember how I said I'd been gone 20 years since I'd last been around? Turns out it was 200. What? Yeah. How about you?
Good to hear. I need this to go well.
I mean, I'm glad you're figuring out things. Dear Jesus.
You know, some nights when I close my eyes, I see the battle stretched out before me, like I'm still there. Do the men you've killed haunt you? Mine do.
There's some... I like how you can completely stonewall Hadvar, just like, an enemy wing, like... Not all of them, but... There's some I think about a lot. And killed them, they would have killed you.
That's what I keep telling myself.
I know.
But never mind all that.
I know it doesn't help emotionally, but... Keep it in mind logically, it helps a lot with those ones. The littler ones. The big ones where you knew them, those are different. There's an enemy wagon. We need to capture it.
It just so happens we've been tracking a wagon for about a day now. So that's what's in there. Coins and weapons. How do you know that?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, fine. Keep your secrets. I see how
look,
it is.
look, it's...
That wagon recently had a little
Look,
accident.
if you're allowed to know, you can just ask Rika. She'll tell you. If you're not, I don't know the clearance on this bullshit.
I had a plan. You got here just in time.
I'll just kill them all myself. Alright, what's the plan now?
First, we're going to take out their sentry. Then we'll situate ourselves overlooking the camp. Next, you'll infiltrate the position and get their attention, while we hit them with a barrage of arrows.
Every casualty is acceptable to restore order. Feel no empathy for a nail that needs hammering.
How'd you...
better plan. You wait here, I'll take care of it.
Right, if you insist. But we'll come running if it sounds like things have gotten...
Don't forget about Cetra the Imperishable, Great King. Kamenakara, Great King of Nehekara, King of Kings, Opener of the Way, Wielder of the Divine Flame, Punisher of Nomads, the Great Unifier, Commander of the Golden Legion, Sacred of Appearance, Bringer of Light, Father of Hawks, Builder of Cities, Protector of the Two Worlds, Keeper of the Hours, Chosen of Pitra, High Steward of the Horizon, Sailor of the Great Vitae, Sentinel of the Two Realms, the Undisputed, etc. Please, Cetra, no.
Bargain on seeing more than I liked.
Those are as many of his titles as you could fit into Twitch's character limit. Yeah, I think I've heard about that guy before. Guy with just too many goddamn titles to the point it becomes funny and then it stops being funny.
Move along.
No.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, watch it. Like Necrons, you'd like Tomb Kings? I do like Necrons.
I'll water the ground with your blood.
Men like me would not exist. But this is not a perfect world.
In-universe, it takes roughly 2 hours a day, then all, and he will kill you if you forget even one of them when addressing him.
Keep an eye out.
2 hours to say them all. Oh, okay. That's what you meant to say.
What the rebels like to forget is that the Empire is what's keeping the Dominion out of... What was that?
Fuck?
Put the fries in the bag, libtard.
What? Oh, there's just a troll. That noise was of the thing despawning. Like, there's not enough hours in the day for him to be that petty about that shit. Order their skeletal servants to bring food and wine. Drink the wine. Feel it fall onto their bones and the furniture. Go ape shit about remembering they have no flesh again. Yeah, no, there is a specific thing just like that among the Necrons. Actually, not even just among... A lot of them are just insane and delusional and think they're still flesh. But then there's the ones who are way, way worse, who start gathering up flesh to put back on them. They're bad. Like, to the point other Necrons are kind of scared of them. Why can't I breathe?
Is that you clean up once in a while. How you can find anything in your house.
I have no mouth. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate. Looks like the book is barely any length. Just read it. Come on, it'll take you like I don't know. How long is it again? It's so short. You can read it easy peasy. Though if you want like the definitive version of the story itself, the point-and-click adventure game, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, is really, really good. Because they actually got the author of the book to voice Am. That iconic reading of it that you've probably seen on YouTube. That is the author of the book, because they wanted to get him so right, they asked him to do it. Because he's the only one who could get the emotions perfectly. Cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. You should listen to the free audiobook on YouTube of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That's a good way to do it.
Tribune.
Is that by the author too? Would they have gotten him for that?
I signed on because I couldn't watch the Stormcloaks tearing everything apart and not do something.
Hey, Rika.
I'll send some men with a wagon to collect the prize. We can use the weapons here, and I'll pass on the coin to Solitude.
Reporting for duty.
Your objective is Fort Greenwall.
Cool.
Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack, then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort.
That's the author too?
Soldier?
Awesome, then you're gonna get the grade A Am performance. Fort's as good as ours.
I knew I could count on you, soldier.
I mean, I did take forts before, but...
It's only a matter of time.
Oh, that guy's hurt. Don't I know... Yeah, I know this spell. No. Right, not an ally. Give you an idea who Cetra is. The entirety of his kingdom was brought back to life at once. All the kings in history were fighting over who should be in charge. They all gave up when they realized Cetra was back too. We should all... Oh, god damn it. I do know healing hands. There you go, guy.
Keep your guard up.
There you go. Like Tom Cruise. Does all his stunts, except he doesn't believe in some weird cult thing. So he's nothing like Tom Cruise. You could say he's like Willem Dafoe instead. Actually, I would say the author of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is like Willem Dafoe. Both probably insane, but, you know, held together by their art. You're not that good at that kind of speech unless there's something genuinely wrong with you. I'm talking the Goblin performance, I'm talking the entirety of the Lighthouse movie, and I'm talking Am's speech. There has to be something wrong with you if you're that good. And that's why there's something being wrong with me doesn't bother me. Because I hope I could do something, maybe not to that level, but something good. Where it is there, next to Shorestone. There's an unwritten rule, no one is allowed to build a pyramid bigger than Cetra's, because he promised to come back to life, and they were terrified that he would. Except Nagash, he did it anyway because he's Nagash. So, Nagash versus Cetra. Nagash is, like, all of death, but Cetra is a guy. I imagine there's some rivalry there if they're both still undead. Assume neither's dead. Nagash is a god now, so, you know. Yeah, but...
Die, rebel!
I don't know, I feel like gods aren't, completely insurmountable in this universe. Sure, he's a god who's, like, a bunch of other gods rolled into one because he ate them all.
Enough of this!
Die, dog.
Empire!
Ha! Like the bite of a flea.
Oh, chop chop.
It's what you want, huh?
Mercy!
This is like the only scenario where I would like to have the cleave perk. Every other situation, it's actively bad, because I don't want to be hitting people who are alongside me. Like right here. Have burger? Yay, burger. I'm gonna need to get something after this. I don't know what I'll have. Because I'm getting the... Been having this problem lately. Maybe I should see someone about it, where... Never feel nutritionally satisfied.
Son of a...
If I can...
Also the one that brought back all the people of Nehekara, however you spell it. Kind of pissed Cetra off, so they're not friends.
I have the power of a god, an anime on my side. Ha!
Camera batteries take forever to charge. You charging up a camera, Green Ghost? What's that about? Going on vacation soon? Or is this in some kind of game?
And Dagothur is at the door.
If I all the dead people and turn all the living ones into skeletons too.
That's what you want?
I got you like 3 cameras, so you're charging all of them. Did you want a bunch of cameras? If so, cool, good to hear, but if not, weird. Not really, but like, now you want them? I mean, cool. Sometimes that's how a gift goes. Like, I never knew I wanted this until it was mine. Alright, gotta get back to Tullius. Shorestone is right here. And just walk there. Two trolls. I exclusively got stuff I wanted and asked for Christmas, because as an adult, it's like... Honestly, no, that's just always been a thing with my family. They're like, we want you to tell us what things you want so that you get things you like. Like, would it be cool if my family all understood intuitively what kind of stuff I like and what to get me? Yeah, sure, but realistically, communication is just better. Say you were trolled when looting their corpses. I didn't loot their corpses, because... well, I have a few reasons. Mainly, there's never anything good on trolls.
Saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your trials as well.
Wanderer like you must have...
Divines are the cause of my struggles, my trials. The other guy they tried to pawn my job off on is a raving lunatic.
The winking skeevers got warm beds and cold meat.
Yeah, cool for the winking skeever. Sup, Tullius?
Taking control of the rift was... There's not much up there. But if we can regain Winterhold, our proximity to Windhelm should keep Ulfric wary.
Genuinely, I don't know why we're bothering, but... good try. What are my new orders, sir?
You're needed in Winterhold. Report to our hidden camp there.
Okay.
For the Emperor.
Warren. Family members can't think of anything. Don't specifically tell them anything. Just send you money. It's always appreciated. I mean, money's always nice.
Yes?
Speaking of gods, what about them, Bathwater? It's closer to Dawnstar than Winterhold, you idiots. Contrast to 40k, mankind is very polytheistic. I know Sigmar is like their most worshipped, but I was understanding they had other gods, yeah. Typical for fantasy, I suppose? Yeah, that's pretty normal. You got your big one that's probably like the official religion of your country, but gods have friends too. It makes sense they might not all hate each other. So, who are some of Sigmar's god buddies? Is how I'll phrase it. Hell if I know if they even knew each other, or care. That's a lot of frost rolls. Most human gods are more or less comparable to elf gods, however heretical that might be. I mean, I don't imagine it's heretical in universe so much. Or maybe it is. Sweep the legs, chop the neck.
Why'd you join up with the Legion? I signed on because I couldn't watch the
Something to
Stormcloaks
report?
tearing everything
Somewhat
apart.
heretical to say Manan, human god of the sea, is another identity of Mathlan, elven god of the sea. Boarding for duty.
Your objective is
Kind of like in the Elder Scrolls, where even if you don't worship a god, you can't really deny they exist, because, like, they just did some god shit in front of you.
I've sent men to
you can literally pray at a shrine and your cold goes away. I think that's hard to argue.
They won't be expecting an attack from the inside. This won't be easy, but that's why I'm sending you. Think you can handle it?
Yeah.
Good. Make it happen, soldier.
Wait, that is part of Ungoth's character, genuinely. It's like, he does not deny that these gods exist. He denies that they are deserving of his worship. A good chunk of them, at least. There's a few who it's like, if he had to pick someone, it'd be like, fine. But he's part of the Hist religion, which actually seemingly, or at least used to, maybe not anymore, it used to recognize Sithis. Because they had, like, Dark Brotherhood was officially sanctioned in Black Marsh, which means Sithis is legal worship. Hard to say the greenskins don't have a god when a giant green fist comes down and smashes your boys. Sigmar himself wasn't born a god. His day he venerated Ulfric, god of war and wolves, embodying the endurance of primeval man against the horrors of the world. I know Sigmar used to be human. I remember that, because he did stuff when he was a human that still helps him. Ulfric. Yeah, I noticed the name Ulfric. Was that on purpose, or they both pulling that name from the same place, or was that an accident? Ulrich, not Ulfric. Okay, that makes more sense. Cats were desperate. This is how you kill a mammoth for fun. Keep forgetting you're with me, Borin. Yeah, sneezed. Bless you. Thank you, bathwater. Yeah.
Is someone there?
Found you.
Never should have come here.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, just having him do one of the default lines.
They call me the Fifth Skin. Dark Matter Stargate. I activate. Limitless.
Made the Empire by uniting all of humanity, except the potential horsefuckers. Yeah, I'm to understand. Well, in like the first edition of 40k, or at least in some versions of 40k lore, the Emperor was clearly just a vague stand-in for Sigmar while they were figuring out what that world was. After 50 years of ruling his new empire and uplifting the tribes of men into burgeoning cities, lots of other things, Sigmar sat up from his throne, set down his crown, marched east never to be seen again. Years later, a man claimed to have a holy vision of Sigmar kneeling before Ulrich, crowned him the newest of the gods. So I take it Ulrich is still considered, you know, up and up for that empire. Like, if you don't pay credit to Ulrich, you're not paying credit to Sigmar. Ulrich's his big old buddy who let him in. How's this guy's problem? What a weirdo. I'll take that. Oh yeah.
So, let's make a deal.
Let me sell some stuff. Ow. An air bubble in my eye. Ulrich Sigmar's gods. Still very popular in the woodland. Savage, beastmen plague north. Like, not worshipping Zeus, but worshipping Heracles. Yeah, that'd be odd as shit.
Haggling with you can be so...
Yeah, what do you have?
Entertaining.
Gauntlets of Pureless Magicka? Meh. If you had Daedric Boots, I might be interested. Sanctified Daedric Bow? Nah. Weird, my WASDA stopped working there for a sec. Beach to 73.
Until you summon me again.
It is interesting, in some of the later stages of, Greek myth, there were a few cults that had started worshipping Zeus as in a monotheistic setting. They weren't popular, and the Greek city-states fell apart before, it had transferred to the Roman Empire before anything became of it. Of course, after his ascension, Tzeentch trapped him in the vortex. More on that later. So he couldn't help his empire as much as he wanted. Bastard. That was in addition to the end times, too. The
waiting. Insufferable waiting.
Stay sharp.
Hey there. Can you believe this place? So cold my breath turns to icicles. What
Yeah,
are
I've
we
got a
even
god
doing
here.
up here? Guess Tullius wants to make sure everything is locked down before launching a serious campaign for East March.
Yeah, that too, sure.
Anyway, I'm glad you're here. We're outnumbered again. More so than when we took that wagon. But if we work together, we can pull this off.
What's your plan?
There's a grate outside the wall. Looks like it used to be buried in snow. I don't think they know it's there. From the look of it, I bet it leads straight into the prison.
That's
I need
cool
you
and
to
all.
sneak in there and free our men, killing anyone inside as you go. Once you've rescued the
Nerevar,
prisoners, head out to the
I am
courtyard.
in so much pain.
We'll
You
stand
think you
guard
could
out
just-
here and rush in
I
as
don't
soon as
know.
we hear fighting.
Maybe put a pinky in and tickle it. Nothing more than a pinky.
I'm on
You
it.
should wait
still in
until
training.
nightfall before trying to sneak
Soon.
in.
I can
Talos
almost
preserve you.
taste it.
What the rebels
Funny,
like to
Hadvar
forget
says
is
Talos
the
preserve
Empire's
you.
what's keeping
Probably
the
he
big
just
man
said it
sky.
wrong, but it is interesting he still brings up Talos. Angoth is absolutely one for sneaking. Says I should wait for nightfall. Ooh, yeah, sure. Should save just in case that is the smart way to do this. Fort Kostov Prison.
Get me out of here. Hey, hurry.
You.
God has the key.
Illusion.
The god has the key.
How the fuck that was about.
The god has the key.
Yeah, I
The god
fucking
has the
assumed.
key.
I don't see a goddamned guard.
Hurry. Hey,
Thanks.
the god has the key.
These guys will not shut up.
Hey. Get me out of here.
Working on it.
Hurry!
Master. Could do. We can start with the novice ones, I guess.
Be out of here.
Let's teach
Be silent,
bastards a
Horsens.
lesson.
Which reminds you? What does it remind you of, Bathwater?
Last but not least.
Norway is the home to the gates of hell in Warhammer 2, which you just find funny for some reason. It's pretty funny. Okay, that guy got out on his own somehow.
Thanks. Thought I was going to rot in here. So what's the plan?
Kill them all. I know it's not a sophisticated plan, but I rarely have one.
Your little guys are gonna be quaking, big guy. Them shit's gonna be quaking. You're not even worth the ash in my lungs.
Favorite quote, or rather excerpt of a quote, from Manfred von Karstein is, Franz, the son of whores and humorous burgermeisters. Just so out of pocket. Yeah, it's just...
Is this guy serious?
It's nothing.
Call yourself a warrior?
Nah.
Trying to finish.
Die, rebel!
Oh, there's just one left. Advar was keeping this one busy. He didn't know the rest of the entire fort was dead.
How'd you end up here?
I know it's what everyone says. To go to new places and see the world. But it's true.
Oh, back to Hadvar. Thought I was going way further out than that. Just right over here, Hadvar. Had EV.
Great work. Get back and report our success. I'll stay here and clean up the mess. Glad you were here. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, that's the case for a lot of shit I do. Couldn't have done it without me. Actually, it is a pretty good location to have when we try to get to Windhelm. Which we're gonna go to Windhelm too. Pleaded season unending. Ah, yes. So that is it's funny, that's the point in the Civil War where it's considered, it's considered appropriate, and Whiterun is pretty safe. That's interesting. Like I said, I've barely done the Civil War quest line because it's not great. Last legs after all? What are you talking about?
There's been word of some trouble. I probably shouldn't tell everyone. If you really... Just make sure you take care of whatever's going on there. It's my name on the line.
Also, in the end times, Manfred was fighting alongside Luther Harkon. Harkon tried to hold on to Manfred's steed to escape a demon horde. Manfred just cut off his arm because he didn't much care for him. That was it. Rebellion on their last legs can no longer protect power. Oh, project power. Okay. That's what you're saying. They're on... The Stormcloaks are on their last legs, yeah.
did you do that?
Called the Thuum. Look it up. So Manfred was just a dick during a time where he really shouldn't have been. I don't know, I feel like end times is the one time you want an inexhaustible army on your side. Actually, you should always want that, but the one time you're willing to put aside the moral implications of it. Just say, hey, inexhaustible undead army versus the inexhaustible demon army, I'll take what I can get. Yes! It's just being a dick for no reason.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done.
Back to Tullius.
Must have plenty of tales to tell.
You say this every time I walk past. Has a reputation of being unreliable. Could have been like his arc to break the mold and do the right thing for once. But no, fuck that potential. Yeah, no, fuck what a character can be. We must maintain status quo, because that's what already sold. If a character changes, we can't keep marketing them as what they were before.
Now that we have Winterhold, I can garrison some troops there until I'm ready to march on Windhelm. I have come to rely heavily upon you.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
It is only fitting that you join the upper echelon. I am hereby elevating you to the rank of Legate.
Still not the highest I've been, but I'll take it. Yeah, I saw a few,
please accept
Knight of the Imperial Dragon forms you might have signed. Here's Daedric plate armor. Like the one I'm wearing. This is literally all we have. What's next?
You've little time to glory in your accomplishments.
Name is status quo because the world blew up. Just to end unprofitable product and make new profitable product. No, I meant like status quo for a character. A singular character can remain status quo like that. But then again, he's annoying. So I somehow doubt people are clamoring for this Manfred. People like him? Am I wrong and people really like that character? People argue over whether he's worse than Erebus. Best point I've heard is Erebus gave us 40k. Manfred took away fantasy. That... You don't think anyone likes him? Yeah. One character ruined the entire world by being a dick for no good reason. He just didn't like this guy. So he... I don't know that he died, but he let him be taken out of the fight when he would have been an enormous difference maker. Like, that is an army you can bring back as many times as you need to. When you're fighting demons, that's fucking useful. People like his dad, Vampire Progenitor, Vlad the Dad von Karstein. More on him later. Right, you brought up Manfred before, I think. More on him later because your phone is dying. Oh no. Plug in your phone, bathwater. Main thing was him killing Gelt, while Gelt was actively performing a ritual to stop the end times. And he did that because... well, that was a big thing. But he also didn't help later. Could have tried to, you know, redeem himself, realized what he did wrong. Found Charger. Awesome. That's right, it is the same guy. Why did he let the end times happen? Well, I don't know. He just didn't like the guy stopping it and decided to make it to kill him then and there, despite the fact he was doing something probably the single most important thing in the entire world. He did it just to spite his dad because he's a dick.
Stormcloak's tearing everything apart and not do something. Most of my family disagrees with my choice.
Hey, Ricka.
The General and I have our disagreement.
Boarding for duty. Enough with this
fort.
disagreements bullshit.
Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack. Then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort.
What, no pre-gaming
Well,
this
soldier,
time?
Are you up to the task? I knew I could count on you, soldier.
He might have wanted to join Chaos, we don't know. He might be a dick, and he is, but we don't know if that's the reason. If he wanted to join Chaos, why didn't he? Because it sounds like he was still not on the Chaos side later. Hence the previously mentioned daddy issues. So they have a character do probably the single most important thing for the setting. Like, the single most game-changing thing for the setting to ever have. And they never explore why. You just have to fucking guess. To mention a series I think does a much better job with villain motivations. Danganronpa. If you just play the game, and you get to the ultimate final mastermind, they explain why they do what they do. And it's pretty fucked up, but it doesn't make sense on paper. Why? Like, it's because they are fundamentally different from other people. But then you can actually find, in some extra material, a book, in the anime, you get to learn a bit more why they are what they are. Because, well, for one, there's other people who are like them, but for different reasons. There's other people who have the same reasons as them, but aren't like them. And you have people who will never be like them, no matter what. It wasn't. This was the final moment of the setting. That ritual, if interrupted, the Chaos Gods enter the physical world. Everything dissolves in the realm of chaos. He didn't join, nor did he have a chance to. Dumbass. Real reason is GW possessed him with money signs in their eyes, so they could make more money from 40k. Down on the ground, fuckface. He's... just a blood dragon, they're not that tough.
They were no match for our combined magical talents. Right, Nerevar?
Can't wait for JJK Season 3 and you get to see more of your favorite character. Who is your favorite character, Green Ghost? I'm curious. I think my favorite is Maki. I like Maki a lot. Choso? Choso's pretty cool too. I'm not gonna spoil anything by even saying my opinion. I like his character arc.
Okay. Let's go.
Now Vlad is someone you fight for, loyally, to the death. Probably beyond. Be cool with that. Vampires are cool. It's because they're cool I struggle so much with not having ideas for what to do with them if I want to put them in my setting. I don't want them to just be set dressing.
It's nothing.
Like, if I'm gonna put them in there, I want there to be an explanation and a reason. Because there are kind of... there is a form of undead, but it's not related to magic. It's related genuinely to something it's something completely different from magic and not magic and not magic. It is a completely different fourth thing that is unique to one specific entity. Like the dragon rend is nice enough to let dragons find a good place to land before bringing them down. Yeah. Heard about the movie, we're thinking, get to see my favorite character beat up a misogynist on the big screen? Sign me in. Vlad von Karstein came to the Empire's most backwater province centuries ago. Married the heiress, inherited rule from her deranged father, and made everything better. So, Vlad is technically a legal ruler within the Empire. Like, he has legal political power there. Actively made the province he took over so much better that the Empire just kind of lets Home have it because he's doing a good job. He's like, you know, we'd be mad that you're an undead vampire, but by God, happiness index is high, like, taxes are at an all-time low, and yet the budget is still fine. Like, dude, how did you do this? Well, it turns out when you have an army of skeletons who don't need to eat or sleep to do all the menial tasks that the humans are too tired to do, you don't really need money that much. And it doesn't destroy souls to raise corpses? I don't think it does. That'd be really stupid if it did, right? I'm just guessing that's the reason. I have no actual proof. But that is really funny. If there was like a Warhammer Fantasy RPG I could play, I'd probably get really into that series, but as far as I know, there's kind of just the Total War games. I know there's the tabletop, but finding people to play that is... Then revealed his true nature to his wife. She accepted the blood kiss, convinced he truly had a legal claim to the Empire, being an elector, waged war for the throne. He lost, died for now, ruled the province, eventually passed to Manfred. Ah, god damn it. So I'm guessing everything became instantly worse. Also, because anyone who tries to conspire against him probably gets turned into either a vampire or a corpse. I mean, yeah, but that's just politics.
So anyway, I started fireball.
Bleeding. Carlos, smite.
Manfred died, province became something of backwater again for a few centuries without rule. Manfred resurrected. That's not who we wanted resurrected for sure.
Break like an egg before you get folded like an omelet in wine.
Break like an egg before you get folded like an omelet and wah. That's great.
You call yourself a warrior? For the Emperor!
Gotta just keep ganging up on guys. Funniest thing is that out of all the elector counts who could become emperor, fucking vampire isn't one of the worst options. I mean, if the Empire let him rule because he was doing a good enough job, I don't see him as the worst possibility. Then come end times, Vlad resurrected, took his shit back, and swore honest, solemn loyalty to Karl as an elector count of the Empire. Ah, cool.
Gods. No. We are routed. Not like this. Right. Do not break my regards. Cannot best you. I submit.
This ass kicking is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Warren is lying. This is not sponsored by anything.
Like this.
What a fool you are. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. How could you be so naive?
Final battle, he slipped his immortality ring to his wife, so she could survive a death blow. They really are the happiest couple in all of Warhammer. Vampire is part of the happiest married couple in all of Warhammer. Now GW has decided the vampires are a legacy faction. Means they won't be making any more of their models for Old World. The more I hear about fantasy, the more I'm like, wow, GW sure does hate their own thing. No wonder they didn't have Owlcat make an RPG of fantasy. They had them make 2 RPGs of 40k. Rogue Trader and Next Dark Heresy. Whoop. Game is freaking out about that. There is a tabletop RPG? I know there is. But it's so telling that 2 40k RPGs in a row rather than even do 1 friggin'... And I'm talking 2 video game RPGs in a row. You want some vampire minis? Guess what? You get to buy 20-year-old ones for marked up prices on eBay. Yay. Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not into collecting miniatures for, like, the actual war game. I mean, they're already expensive as hell. What do you understand? Age of Sigmar games aren't even that great. I looked up some Warhammer stuff when I was getting into 40k, like some of the fantasy stuff, and it was like Age of Sigmar this, and it was like, mixed reviews, slightly positive, like on Steam. Like, I don't see anything anyone really cares about. Like, people played Rogue Trader and got really into it. Like, there is a thriving Rogue Trader fan base out there. I haven't heard half the names for the Age of Sigmar games that are out there. Because no one gives a shit. A lot of blood in my eyes. I think I finally cleaned out all that blood. Age of Sigmar was just so they could say they still have a fantasy setting after axing the one everyone cared about. Total War Warhammer Fantasy, however, is hot shit. Has been for almost 10 years. Is hot shit a compliment or an insult? I genuinely can't tell. Compliment. Okay. I think that leads more towards the Total War people are making it, and...
The challenger is near!
Get the feeling they kind of get to say what they want to make. First game in Trilogy released 2016, a year after End Times. And GW, rather than take this as a sign that End Times is... like... They did not take that as a sign that the old one was still profitable. I suppose this isn't the first time hearing of a company doing something like that. After all, Marvel insisted that the, Spider-Man run where Peter gets cucked was way better for their business, despite record low Spider-Man sales in comparison to Ultimate Spider-Man outselling it. By a wide fucking margin. And the CEO genuinely said, don't let Ultimate Spider-Man outselling it make you think people like it more. Don't take that as a sign that that's the kind of Spider-Man story people are more interested in. One where Peter is happy. And the trials are on hanging on to that happiness rather than the trials being constantly losing it.
So why'd you join up with the Legion?
My father was a legionnaire.
Good job. I knew I gave the mission to the right person. We're taking the city! Meet the soldiers gathering for the attack! Move it!
Okay, Jesus.
We're taking the city!
Right.
Meet the soldiers gathering for the attack.
My father
Move
was
it!
legionnaire, and his before him.
Okay, fine, I'll go to Windhelm, jeez. About to end the Civil War quest line. It's... yeah, it's boring. There's no character to it. You just go to place and do thing. Like, even the College of Winterhold at least has things to it. You know? Killed a golden goose, if you will? Yeah. Also, when they finally released Old World and started making fantasy models again, sold out like so fast, but still insist on not retconning the end times despite everyone wanting them to. I mean... GW fucks up story stuff a lot. I know this. How far away am I, actually? Not that far. They'll take 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. For reference, Old World is fantasy in the past. No lore changes, no altered end times in the past. No, I put that together. They're getting those stutters. I wonder if I've had this Skyrim save for too long. But we are in kind of the home stretch. Like, I'm just kind of doing main stuff now. There's not a lot of side miscellaneous crap to do left. Which means no Gelt. It does suck. Another scummy thing, yeah. It's really telling how boring Civil War is. The Civil War questline is that genuinely talking about Warhammer Fantasy has filled up all of this time. Because it's just something more interesting to talk about than what's actually happening on screen right now. Because who cares? Like, I care about the conflict in and of itself, because it is, like, an interesting conflict and a realistic one. But they don't do anything with the quest line. Storm Chaos campaign. Official series of matches to determine the fate of the world. Chaos couldn't even reach the Empire. Archaon got kicked in the balls by an orc and limped back north. So what, they had people play out, like, real matches to determine the lore? And when Chaos, like, real people tried to win for Chaos, and they just fucking lost wholeheartedly to determine what the lore would be. It's real matches they had real people do. And Chaos did not even get close. And so they just went back on their word and decided, no, that's not how we wanted this story to go. Like, did they really think wholeheartedly there was no way Chaos was gonna lose that setup? And they just shot themselves in the foot because they'd already prepped all the shit?
Much to bring us to this point.
I mean, I haven't sacrificed much to bring you here. I just went out killing guys.
But we will fight our way in and drag him out through the rubble to face justice.
Cool image, but I think we're probably gonna kill him in there.
The Stormcloaks will fight like cornered rats. They will be fierce and crafty.
Whoa.
You are the best and the brightest.
Oh, there's Warren. Glad you made it.
Professional soldiers, fearless and devastating.
I feel like more of the legates should be here instead of just me. And maybe Ricka's somewhere.
Men who distinguish themselves will be well rewarded. Ready now! Everyone with me! For the
Let's go! That's such a cool idea, too. You're like, alright, we're gonna have some real, I don't know, I guess like professional players do some matches with the militaries as we've set them up here lore-wise. And based on who wins, that's going to be the canon way these battles in the war go. Alright, so... Chaos won almost nothing, and... Fuck. Lose a force of about 12 guys in basic armor. They stand no chance, boys. I, for a moment, won't even pretend to be capable of coming up with a better ending for an Order victory. Know damn well you can at least make your characters act more intelligent, true to themselves, if you're gonna end the world. Rage against the dying of the light type shit. Real displays of heroism.
I'll smite
Hard to call you traitors to the Empire, I knew. But you caused trouble. You're led by an egomaniac. As far as I've seen, you're barely better than the bandits.
By Ismir, you'll pay for that.
I'll smite you.
Wow, they're just still spawning in, huh? Instead, your well-established characters of 30 years get killed unceremoniously and act dumb. They're shitty retcons. Reminds me of what they ended up doing for the Old Republic timeline in Legends. It's like you have Knights of the Old Republic. Great game, beloved. Everyone who's played it thinks it's one of the best Star Wars games there is. Knights of the Old Republic 2, great follow-up. Asks some real deep questions about the Star Wars lore and the nature of the Force itself. Alright, now for the book about the two protagonists from that teaming up and going to fight the real, true Sith Empire. They lose. They lose without really getting to even start the fight.
Hawks on the Empire.
Alright.
Come on!
Like, literally, they get into the throne room, one of them gets backstabbed and instantly killed by, like, a guy they thought was on their side. And the other one just loses because he's outnumbered by two really powerful Force users. And, yeah. That's canon, and they never back out on it, because the Old Republic MMO goes with that timeline, which just sucks. UW's decided to just show us ways the end times could have been prevented, just not doing that. Yeah. The thing about tragedy is you need all the characters to act like themselves. They need to act the way they would. That is what makes a beautiful tragedy. There are 3 rules to a tragedy. The ending is written in stone. You cannot change it. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2, you can get off this ride anytime you like. Make one different decision, and the end will be avoided. Rule 3, we both know you're not going to do that.
Like the bite of a flea.
Ungoth's just getting peppered with arrows, walking through the fire. This is real. Ungoth is a monster. Showing here. Fighting through genuinely dozens of Stormcloaks by himself because he split off from the main force. He's not even capped out at the moment. This is what the Daedra saw in Black Marsh. No, this is what the Daedra saw in the Blacklands that opened... in the Badlands that tried to open up into Black Marsh. Doing it because he felt like it. Not even if it's like a character flaw, this person does not think things through. They're very impulsive with their emotions. And in a moment of high-intensity emotion, they make a terrible decision. Believable. This guy doesn't like his dad. And that's a defining character trait, sure.
Done, sir.
But that he would doom literally the entire world, including himself, on purpose, just to spite one person who is...
Yeah. It's over.
Manfred, supposedly, was very intelligent, cunning, the most cunning the vampire counts.
Step aside, Galmar. We're here to accept Ulfric's surrender.
I'll never surrender Skyrim into the hands of a corrupt and dying empire.
Skyrim doesn't belong to you, Ulfric.
No, but I belong to her.
In your opinion, that's also the best kind of horror. Character does everything right, is very smart, still cannot defeat the monster. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why people got really sick of, like, those stupid horror.
By my hands. It matters little to me. Either way, I'll be sending your heads back to Cyrodiil.
Yeah, guess he wasn't.
Well, what are we waiting for? For the sons of Skyrim!
That it? Your best?
Oh, we bringing shouts into this? That's fine. I got a new one I've been meaning to try.
Die, dog!
Well, Ulfric, you can't escape from me this time.
Goth literally slowed down time and ripped Ulfric apart from behind.
Requests before I send you to
just acts like he's moving way faster than is possible and just shunk. And time is still slowed down, yeah.
Sovngarde, sir.
New shout. Za! What are the...
Well...
His voice does, but not his lip movements, you can tell by the timing.
It'll make for a better song.
You can tell by the pauses.
Song or not, I just want it done.
Yeah, man, I don't care if you're a level 20 wizard. I'm not selling you that. Power word. I'm not selling you that. Power word, what? I'll do it.
Here. Use my sword to do it. I made sure to sharpen it for the occasion.
Oh, you had a spare Daedric sword. Cool. Hey, 1 second. There's like 30 arrows shoved into my spine. Was that an entire goddamn bundle of arrows you pulled out of your... He has more. Last words? You were 2 steps too late, Ungoth. No, actually, I gotcha.
Talos be with you.
What was that, Legate?
Nothing. Just saying goodbye.
Ulfric's clothes, they actually look really cool. His gear does.
Well, the men will be expecting some kind of speech.
Yeah.
And we'll
use the arrows they shot into you? Oh yeah, totally. Like, that's why they were in my inventory, because
men to protect him and bring...
they get added to your inventory sometimes when you're shot.
Windhelm will need a government quickly if we are to prevent more violence.
The Legion will be staying here for quite some time. I don't expect there to be any further violence.
You feel so bitter?
Oh, and Legate, it's been an honor to have you at my side. As a token of my appreciation, I want you to keep my sword.
I should pull yours back out then.
To deliver a speech.
Reunification of Skyrim completed. Yeah, your bath water, not gamer girl coffee water. Why you bitter?
His head will be sent to Cyrodiil, where it will adorn a spike on the walls of the Imperial City.
That's a bit fucking gruesome, but I appreciate the effort. Gonna soul trap you to enchant my fucking pole.
We are turning the city over to Brunwolf Freewinter.
And Goth doesn't soul trap sentient beings.
Many of you will be staying in Windhelm to aid the Jarl in restoring order and stamping out any embers of rebellion that.
The amount of the Fallout show is just wrong. Kind of feeling is what you feel about end times. Ooh. No, I totally get it. Like, I understand logically. I just wasn't there for the betrayal. The way Fallout is a betrayal for me.
I am proud of all of you.
Good job, us. How come he doesn't wear uniform? Because he's fucking scary. I'm gonna level with you.
I hate giving speeches.
It wasn't so bad.
It was okay.
I hope we haven't just created a martyr.
There's bound to be resistance. There are many Stormcloak camps tucked away in the hills. They'll no doubt strike whenever and wherever they can. But without Ulfric to inflame their passions, they'll settle down and return to their homes eventually.
Eventually.
I pray you're right, Legate. In the meantime, we'll continue to root them out and put them to the sword. We couldn't have done this without you. The Empire glories in your accomplishments.
Fuck, Vorin. You know I don't fuck. Like, what does he wear uniform? You want to make him put on a uniform? You go ahead. This guy tanked through like 30 Stormcloaks by himself. That's Daedric armor he's wearing. I don't think they even damaged him. During the fight when we went in there with Ulfric, Ulfric shouted us to the ground and then he started moving really, really fast. I don't know what the fuck he did. I swear I saw his head, like, come off earlier and it just came back. I don't know if that was a hallucination because of how long I've been fighting and I haven't been sleeping well, or if he can actually do it. Either way, I'm not taking the chance.
When we destroy the rebellion, perhaps a Thalmor will call off their damned inquisitions. It's just making things worse.
Killed a dragon on the way here while talking about vampires or something. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Yeah.
Nerevar, can we go shoot Narcan darts at the skooma tweakers in the Grey Quarter? Pretty please! Alright.
Did you bring the Narcan? Yes. Alright, we'll go have fun. Alright. While Vorin and Angath go have fun shooting Narcan dots at skooma dealers, I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. End of the little Civil War quest line. You know, we just talked about Warhammer Fantasy the whole time because it's boring as shit. It's okay, I'll be back tomorrow, Bathwater. For now, I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Well, bye, YouTube.